country boy. As soon as he was old enough, he was off overseas to France and joined the French Foreign Legion and served 2 terms. And now works for French corporate, doing basically protection work and contract work.
Nice.
Okay. What I've also he is part machine. What I've also given you all is a card. Now, that card may or may not be of any use in the adventure, and you can play it whenever you want.
Can we
get whatever benefit? Pardon?
Can we look at it now, or?
You can. It's in your hand. You can look at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Happy with that.
You probably got the one I had last time.
Makes better than the Blimmin' Sengoku ones you give me the last 2 sessions.
I like it. I like it.
Oh,
I like it. I like my card, man.
You have to turn it over or something?
You just click on it, and then you click away from it to close it.
What your card is?
Yeah, if you just click on the cards, you'll see what they are. Yeah. Now, if you want to play a Benny, you can just tell me, and or I thought I'd put them in. That's the symbol for them.
Okay.
And if you want to play a card, your adventure card, you just put it on the.
Okay.
And you just click back on your to close your hand down. You just click it. Right.
Do you? Oh.
Yeah. Like if you just Oh, well, if you just click it and then click it, like if you click on the number 3. Yeah.
I click on the Benny type thing or
the
card at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Right. Just some background. It's the year is 2298. It's the let me just open something up so I've got my notes.
Year is 2298.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it, or is Jerry lying?
No, it is 2298. It's about April the 4th or something. You're on the world of Aurora, which has 3 human colonies on it. It has Nova Kiev, which is a Ukrainian colony, national colony. There's Aurora Francais, which is obviously a French national colony, and there's an independent colony called Tan Staffel, which is an acronym for there ain't no such thing as a free lunch. And Tan Staffel is kind of like, I don't know, Texas on steroids, perhaps.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. Total population of the world is about 15 million, spread around the 3 different colonies. Tan Staffel's the smallest. Started as a corporate colony. Some things about the world of Aurora. It has a 61-hour day, has 30 hours of daylight and 30 hours of night.
It's a long night.
It is. Where are we? And in the do you want to know more, under the setting background, there is stuff about the world of Aurora there. The typical Auroran day is obviously you can't stay awake for 30 hours, so they have like an activity, a sleep, an activity, a sleep, an activity, a sleep. So there's 3 sleep periods in that 60 hours.
Wow.
Nice.
However people do it. The world is tidally locked. It has a hot pole which faces a gas giant, a super Jovian gas giant, and that reaches like 95 degrees Celsius, which I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. A lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, and I mean it's almost boiling for water. In fact, water probably would boil there due to the altitude, because the planet will be pulled towards the gas giant.
Mm.
And because it's so close, it has massive seismic issues. There's lots of earthquakes. There's barely a building over 2 stories on the planet because it's not worth building them any higher. So, and people have got space, so they're spread out. So the towns and cities are quite spread out, and roam over the countryside. There's obviously a cold pole, which gets down to like -75, -80 sometimes Celsius, which is very cold. Normally sits around -35, something like that. It has, because the planet orbits a gas giant, there is a binary star system. This is in a binary star system, so that gives it the day-night cycle. So the cold pole and the hot pole also have a day-night cycle. From most points in the habitable zone, the gas giant just sits on the horizon and sort of goes up, but never fully rises and never fully sets on the horizon. And because it's so close to the super Jovian gas giant, there is a lot of radiation and charged particles, but the planet has quite a strong what shall we call it, magnetosphere, and there's the planet's called Aurora for a reason, and that's because there's always sheets of Aurora flashing across the sky.
Cool.
Reds, blues, greens. It's considered one of the most beautiful sights in human space.
Okay.
The other thing is, if I'm going completely by the book, the planet is, and this was done a little bit before they had more knowledge about this sort of stuff, but for the most part, the flora and fauna is indigestible to humans and terrestrial animals, and vice versa. Although that doesn't stop local wildlife trying to eat you. One of the big, most important imports to Aurora is dirt. To
Yeah.
sterilized dirt. Yeah, dirt. It's pay dirt. It's sterilized. What you do is they get local dirt and sterilize it of local microbes, and then introduce it to pay dirt from terrestrial planets that can support human life, and obviously try to transplant the local plant life away by making it inhospitable to them, and also then means you can grow human crops. Now for Yuko, this place sucks for reindeer herding.
Yes. Why the hell did I come here?
I don't know, because it's there.
I wanted to look at the pretty lights, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Just checking it out.
I mean, it's got a lot going for it, but yeah, reindeer herding is probably not going to be a starter here. In fact, most of the farmed animal life here is hydroponically grown fish, and
fish herding.
Yeah, and GMO guinea pigs, that are about the size of a small sheep, sort of thing. So yeah, guinea pig and chickens and things like that. Basically small livestock that don't require a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, but they've been probably GMO to be,
Yep.
pretty big.
That's cool. Well, this place kind of does remind me a bit of home with the Aurora, but anyway.
Yeah, I mean, except that what's any auroras on Earth? A shame. Just a matter of interest. You guys up in Canada, you see the Aurora? Or the
No.
Aurora
Yeah,
borealis?
sure.
Not
Well,
where I am.
Okay. I've only seen it once, and that was when I was living in England, and it was particularly a lot of solar storms, so it was coming really.
My latitude is too far south, except if you wait in midsummer day. If you wait till midnight at midsummer day, your latitude swings out so far up the Earth's sphere that after a while you will see the aurora.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
But I don't see it much.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
And that's the base. That's sort of the background of the planet. Now, the big thing is, and I didn't go to all this effort for nothing, so I'm using them. The big thing that's happened on Aurora recently was a visit by a major music band, a rock band, and they're very popular and obviously making lots of money and what have you. And they're been doing concerts around the place. But as things are wont to happen, things happen. Some years ago, there was a contact with an alien ship, which in a neighbouring system, which turned and ran at the first sight, of a human vessel. And this is the first time that humans had found another star-faring species, and there is a human fleet or flotilla based in Aurora, just in case, and it's under the command of the French airmen.
Of course,
it's made up of French, Ukrainians, and some Australians.
Interesting.
The K-fur.
Well, yeah, except you don't know what their name is because no one's ever met them.
Yep, that's
the aliens.
We don't know anything about them. We just aliens. We don't know the name.
The Arcturian menace, as the press is calling
That
it.
could be tasty.
When you see one, you'll think not so.
Yes.
And is there a lot of carnivorous stuff on this planet that would like to eat us?
Oh yeah, practically everything.
Cool. That's
Aside
awesome.
from the humans.
Yeah, no, the humans don't eat people.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. But there is lots of carnivorous wildlife that try to eat you. There's, as far as terrestrial life goes, there's not there's no big animals. There's no birds. I'm not even sure, to be honest, that there's an analogue for insects.
No.
So, but there is.
But
It is
stuff that'll eat us, hey?
Yes, there is, and there's a really good. It's a very rich biosphere, and like almost all of it hasn't been catalogued yet. So there's new species being discovered all the time. I've chucked in there under the world of Aurora a thing on plant and animal life, which you're welcome to have a look at anytime you want. That's all common knowledge. Oh, I guess the other thing that you note about the world is most of the plant life is either a blue green or a purpley blue or a charcoal blue sort of blue grey type colour is their analogue for photosynthesis. So it's not green like on Earth. Mm-hmm. So it is an alien world. The only green bits are bits that have been terraformed.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not hearing anything from
I'm hearing a fan.
Hey?
Hello, I'm here.
I'm hearing a fan kind of in the background.
Oh, I have a fan going on. Is that?
Yeah. There you go.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'll be quiet now. I
was a little bit annoyed. Oh, there it goes.
Ah, man.
Okay, and now a couple of days ago, people are here doing various things. Obviously, Yuko is here doing his
his thing.
overseas experience, if you will.
Yeah,
doing
and looking
some
for
research.
a good spot for some reindeer farming. Not here.
And this ain't, no, not here. Um, Richard's character, Michael, is a security agent, and he's this part of the security contingent for this band, and as said, Steve Austin, which is Jerry's character, is a commercial pilot, and right now he is flying
Band's plane?
this vessel,
Oh.
and it's a sort of a short takeoff and landing, sort of transport / cargo vessel, and
Is it
Pierre's
gas
character,
powered or
Greg.
like a-
Pierre's character Greg is an engineer, and right at this particular, well, in the days preceding, as I just get back to the Arcturian menace, word came that there was a fleet of unknown origin appeared in system, and when they were sort of like challenged, they destroyed the picket boat that was which was a Ukrainian destroyer, and it was blown up, and the whole world has gone into a complete panic, obviously, and because these aliens are obviously hostile, and they've the human fleet tried to interpose between, and the news reports, this is all on the news, and it's all anyone can see, to interpose themselves between the planet and the oncoming alien fleet, and things don't seem to be going too well for the human fleet now. No, but which was surprising, because you've got a dirty great big battleship. You've got a dirty great big battleship there. This guy, among others. I mean, and it's the pride of the French Navy, the Saint Joan of Arc.
You're saying it is, or it was?
Well, there is a broadcast from the from the fleet, from the flagship to the planet, and the admiral is sitting there in his chair, and it's all been rocked around, and there's smoke everywhere and fire, and he says we're being overwhelmed. We've sent for help, but citizens of Aurora, he says, you're on your own, and sort of God help you, and vive la France, vive l'empereur, and viva humanité, and the feed cuts off. And for your characters, you're all trying to get back to Nova Kiev, and you guessed it, Steve Austin is the pilot of the ship. There is a co-pilot who's an NPC. Guy you've flown with heaps of times, Jerry. Good old Ivan Ivanovich, a local Auroran, Nova Kievian. And you've all, for various reasons, you were trying to get to Nova Kiev, and you've managed to get on this boat. Mainly because you had tickets, and there's somebody dropping in and out.
Yeah, who's that?
You're not sure who it is.
Mm.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5.
no.
No, we're all here.
Yeah, and so on the boat there are about 30 passengers, in seats, because it's a mixed cargo transport vessel, and that's where the PCs are, and NPCs. You got your VIPs there, which is the band and their entourage, and some other people, and there's a whole bunch of expatriate Novakevians who are trying to get back to their homes, travelling in the cargo hold, which is completely against regulations.
Oh, someone call the police.
You don't mind, do you, Steve Austin?
Can't hear
No, I
you,
can't hear
Jerry.
him.
You're very quiet.
Yeah, we can barely hear you. Are you talking from a hole?
Have you got a
Jerry,
bag
you
over
gotta
your head?
climb out of the hole, Jerry. Climb out of the hole.
I'm guessing he doesn't. I'm going to guess he doesn't really. He's not too worried about the regulations given the emergency. And so that is the is kind of the setting background.
Is that any better, you guys, or no?
Yes, that is better.
It is better, yes. So as far as gear goes, you have been able to put some of your stuff in store, and obviously in the if you want checked baggage. So whatever you've got in your hand luggage is what you've got with you.
Is the
So
backpack
if you're-
good enough for hand luggage?
In these circumstances, yes.
Okay, my backpack's with me. It's my whole life.
Yep.
How
Backpack
strict
with
are they
me.
being with luggage since the planet is actually going to be under imminent attack from aliens shortly?
It might not.
How have you?
Ooh, let's
well,
be super positive.
let's see, Richard. What
And we might need to actively defend people against the alien threat.
Send people.
Well,
you can make me
throw
a
them before me so I can escape.
okay, just so we can see it working. You can make me a
这股洗
persuasion
吧
roll.
Okay. Picking on my best skills now, aren't you?
Yep.
Persuasion. Okay.
One good thing is the place you've left from, Tanstaffel, is
Get down.
basically you can own a
这
tank
股
there.
洗吧
Oh, I didn't do too bad.
这股洗
No,
吧
you
Oh,
didn't.
you didn't. You got a wild die on there.
Hmm.
You did very well.
Okay, that's interesting because I can't see the rolls.
It was a 25.
No, it's 11.
Hey, man, you should just roll
Wild
with
die's
it.
fine.
Can't
Whose
get
side are you on,
25.
Steve Austin?
That's not
Oh,
realistic for anybody.
It
No, you
is, it
can't.
is. In this game,
You roll on a
easy.
5 on your wild
Yeah,
die.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's still compounded. That's double, almost triple.
What did you get? 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got 11.
Okay. In the chaos, especially when they were just like loading people into the cargo bay, you can take
What's required to do my job?
yes.
Cool. Okay. Well,
Okay, can somebody else just make me a roll? Anything? I just want to see why I'm not seeing this.
There you go.
No,
See that?
no, I'm not seeing it. I'm just going to pop out and
Yeah. You go.
Bitch, you got nothing.
I just made a persuasion
Okay.
roll. I just made it on my wild die. I got a 2 and a 4.
So what do? You add that together?
No.
Oh, you
you
take
just
the
take
one
the
that.
best. You
4
take
or
the best.
better.
You take the best result.
You take
Oh,
the
and if
best
the wild
result.
die is
You're
the
aiming
better
for a
result.
4 or better.
Oh, you suck.
And just as far as these things go, we were playing the other day, and okay, now I can see these. We were playing the other day, and one of the players, it was a fantasy game, and one of the players rolled 2d6 and got a total of 34.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
What are they
In
called?
fact, that wasn't
What are-
uncommon. That happened. Another guy
dice.
rolled 32 on 2d6, so
Exploding dice.
it was ridiculous.
Mhm.
yeah, they did
Which
explode.
means it's like a super hyper success. Like you blew
Okay,
up the building.
yes, I can see these now. These rolls.
Cool.
I think it just locked up for me or something.
Okay.
All right. And the game officially starts now. And what the first thing that happens is you've been flying. It's about a 10-hour flight or something. It's a lot. You're flying halfway around a planet, and Steve
Austin?
Jerry, yes.
Yep.
You can make me a. So Steve Austin as opposed to Steve
Kilgar.
You can call. Okay. so
I'll
you
answer to Yugo only. Yuko.
Okay.
Easy.
What roll? What do you want me to roll? Piloting?
I want you to roll
Crash roll.
electronics, sensors.
Electronics, sensors. Okay, I do have electronics. I only have a D4 in that, which is a failed roll. Complete failed. On both the wild and my regular die. It's a 2 and a 1. It's a failed roll.
Unless you use a Benny and roll it again.
Okay. While you're flying along, and you're sort of approaching the coast of Nova Kiev, so you've crossed over the cold pole, and you're heading for the main city of Nova Kiev. You can see that. So you're basically following the equator. So you're flying along here, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And on your co-pilot Ivan, he goes, "What's that?" And he looks at it because he made his roll on a 5. He points at the screen, and you see a couple of blips approaching fast, like at least 3 times your speed.
Uh-oh.
Joy.
Can I now make another electronics roll? Is there something else I can do to kind of tell what it is? He made the roll for me. Okay.
Yeah, he definitely saw it, but there's absolutely no. Yeah, you've disappeared. There's absolutely no transponder stuff coming from it. It's literally just blips.
That's creepy, Ivan. I say to my partner, Ivan, that's really creepy. That looks a little alienish or weird to me, especially as fast as it's moving.
Okay, well
Are they
you can
are they away from us, or are they in the distance?
you can try and focus your sensors down on them a bit more.
Another electronic.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. I will try again. And I fail again on the sensors. Damn it! I can't dial them in at all.
Yeah, he's going. Ivan's going. Here, let me try and refine that. That's a good thing.
And Ivan can't do that.
Too much static.
I'm concerned. So if there's anything I could do to I'm concerned from where I see the bleeps visually. Are they? I can't tell if they're approaching or coming towards me or not.
No, you can tell that they are coming towards you, and you're probably at about 50,000 feet at the moment.
I think I'm going to take evasive maneuvers and bring this plane down low and try to get out of their scope of their sight. I don't know what the terrain is there, but I'm concerned, so I'm going to take defensive evasive maneuvers.
Okay, you're approaching mountains.
Oh, can I tuck in between some mountains or no? Is there a pathway or anything I could do to try to dodge this the best I can or get down low?
Well, the mountains aren't 50,000 feet tall, so you've got
All
wiggle room.
I'm going to try to drop down, but not in a dangerous place, but try to drop down in between the mountain range to some extent. I'll give you a piloting roll for that. A 6 is a success.
Yep. Okay. The passengers, you all suddenly go 0 G as he. Are you doing a dive or just a shallow? Or is your fighter pilot training kicking in?
I would think my fighter pilot training is kicking in. I would have told Ivan to let the passengers know we got some concerns. We have to take evasive maneuvers.
He goes, ladies and gentlemen, We might be in for a slight bumpy ride at the moment. Can you please hold on? The people in the hold, can you best to lie on the floor and hold on to a cargo net.
Yeah, because we're riding now. I'm gonna do whatever I can with this beast. There ain't no alien zapping us down. My naval. Remember, I'm a naval combat fighter. And I don't play.
You don't play with aliens.
No.
Good.
Hey, they follow you, and they are so much faster than you are.
We can't dodge them, eh?
Yeah, that certainly seems that way. And you can have another sensor roll, and this time you can add, because they're closer, you can add 2 to it.
Oh, I just lost you.
You can add 2
Okay.
to a sensor roll.
I can't. Let's see. I gotta undo this map. 2D. Electronic. I'm gonna add 2 to that, and let's hit it. Oh, the wild die cure. What the heck happened? Where's the 2?
No, well,
Nice,
no, it's
Katuan.
6. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, you on your screen, you get. Can I find it? You see that?
Oh,
2 of them.
splash looking. Sexy.
Nice, yeah.
It's
Oh man, that's some kind of alien fighter.
and it's very it's obviously not from any human any nationality that you know, so yes, you might assume that. And like in Independence Day, they're shooting the green shit at they're shooting the green shit at you.
Oh no, that's
They're
bogus.
shooting at us. Oh,
Boogie's bogus,
shit.
yeah.
I say, Ivan, now it's time to play hardball. Now it's time. Hold on, so everybody would know. We're in a combat situation. You know what? We ain't playing with that. I'm gonna try to do some serious nose dive, whacked out shit.
Right
I don't know
up
what's
there.
gonna happen.
Okay.
6 and an 8 on the wild die. I got an 8 on the wild die.
Okay, you with that roll, you sort of drop so suddenly that they you take them by surprise. So your previous relatively shallow descent, you're taking full evasive action. Everyone in the back, what are you doing?
You're shitting your
I'm
pants.
holding on tight. That's what I'm doing.
Shit, my friend.
So far I've said shit and I've said fuck.
I'm not shitting my pants.
Your
I'm like, hey,
mouth
what's
is-
going on?
Your stomach is up in your
I'm
your
glad I
throat
didn't
right
have
now.
anything to eat before I got on this ride.
What's that? Someone yells out, "Where's the mid-flight snacks?"
Well, at least one person's probably not strapped in and flies up and hits the roof and splats down. There's anything not strapped down is airborne inside the cabin. So-
I'll protect my head.
Brian,
Yeah.
So much for a nice little flight across the continent. Just my regular job, flying people around, making
It's
money.
like, what's going on up there?
the other
What's going
staff,
on with that?
security staff, to move up and hold on to the band and make sure that they're kept secure and not allowed to free fly around this.
They probably didn't wear anything.
Well, they're all putting like, I mean, let's say the seatbelt light is on, but there's always someone who doesn't. There's always someone that doesn't.
I put mine
I
on.
know.
Nobody's doing anything in this dive because you're definitely stuck to the roof if you're not
Okay.
strapped in.
So we're not in the cargo hold. We're actually got in seating sort of stuff.
Yeah,
Oh no,
yeah.
I don't know about you losers, but I got a good seat.
Me too. I paid my money for the seat and seatbelt.
Yeah.
Have you got a window seat, Gia?
No, not a window seat, no.
Oh, you're supposed to say yes to that. That's
No,
not
you
boy.
get
Yes,
aisle
you're in a window
seats
seat.
on long flights, so you can get out of your seat and go to the toilet when you want without having to climb over people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Because
I
like,
need to,
yeah.
you know, I like to
I
slide
don't
out,
see
go to the
Sark
bathroom,
on
slide
large.
back in.
It's also the seat you catch
Yeah,
the most
right.
germs from, but anyway.
Being able to go for a pee when I want is more important.
Well,
Yeah.
Just come prepared.
well, you might be. Some people might be doing a pee now.
Yeah,
Um,
or worse.
That's
Or
kind
if
of
not,
size.
some
Oh,
of them
dear.
are ready.
Hey, I've been in combat, so I've done combat journalism.
yeah, but you've never been in a ship while someone's shooting at you
That's
in an
true.
aircraft.
This is
All
kind
right,
of
you
my
with
hand
that with that roll, they're going to try and follow you, Jerry.
Yeah.
No, they suck.
Oh, they do. Oh no, one of them doesn't.
Oh, no. One of them
Ouch!
stuck in not so badly.
Yes, he
That's
follows you.
two
he
bloody
follows you.
rises, isn't it?
It is,
Fuck.
and he shoots
Oh,
and he misses.
thank God for that.
Woo!
Buddy,
And this
on
is
my
really cool.
tail. He's
The
on my
spitting green
tail.
gun
Now, I'm
hit it.
down in the mountains. If there's a mountain or a crevice or something, I'm going to take advantage.
No, not Griffith
Yeah.
City.
I might turn this sucker sideways. Get ready for a bouncy ride, folks.
No credit.
Boom.
Okay, you make me a you.
Ooh. I barely got it. I got a 5. I succeeded.
Yes, I know that. Make me a notice roll to see whether you can spot something somewhere useful to go.
To land, not crash.
I got
land.
nothing to notice, man.
Okay, now here's the thing. With that roll, you can't spend a penny to re-roll a roll like that because you can't. That's a critical failure.
It's
Yeah,
a perfect
that's right.
failure.
Critical fails can't be re-rolled.
Okay.
No.
Well, I critically fail on a notice.
Hey,
Well, I must
UK,
have panicked or I missed
stop
something.
doing that. We
Yeah,
we
that's-
expect perfection from our pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So it's like
not happening today.
this is not a land vehicle. It's an air vehicle.
I didn't notice something.
Okay,
Keep it up and I'll
Yeah, I didn't
fly
even
France
notice.
sometime.
you dive down and like there's people screaming in the back. God knows what's happening in the hold.
Oh, who cares?
You have no
Kettles.
idea.
They'll hold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up! I can't hear anything.
There's a reindeer farmer shit in his drawers. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Shut up.
And you fail to notice that that as you whip over a ridge, that there's a slightly higher ridge on the other side, and you have to do a
Get
sharp.
ready, we're going down, folks.
No, you you pull up, but as in the act of pulling up, you get your ship gets hit, and there's suddenly a whole bunch of I better roll some damage first.
So we got hit by the green laser shit they're shooting at us?
Yep.
Pulse laser or whatever? Green pulse laser? Oh! Oh, that's not good. That
Not
looks a little explosive there. Whatever you rolled. What did you roll? 4d8. Yeah.
Not good.
It exploded 3 times. We're going down, folks. That was a bad hit.
Did we all roll secondary characters?
you're not dead yet. He's a good
I've got
pilot.
3 bennies to get out of this.
But we don't have an engine anymore, I'm guessing. A GM. I'm guessing we're toast.
So what am I doing? Oh, there's a
He's trying to roll back.
Forward slash.
I'm trying to, and I'm keep fat fingering it.
You keep fingering
What
it?
the hell is
Fat
that?
fingering.
Dang.
Fingers are too big for the keyboards.
Not
Fingering.
at that time.
Jen,
Finger away
really.
from me.
A 5 is
In the middle of battle, really.
a 5 is locomotion. Yeah, well, Seni's following you. You get a couple of hits on,
Yeah.
and the ship shudders terribly. Suddenly on the inside,
Yeah.
there's fortunately he's got you low, so you don't have explosive decompression, but the ship gets shudders and shakes. The cockpit's full of smoke, so's the cabin,
Shake,
and
rattle, and roll.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Stop it.
So we got a new open skylight. We got a couple brand new views, don't we? Fresh air views.
If my
I think we
chair
should
is anywhere near the opening in the side of the ship, I'm moving away from it.
Are you talking to Ivan?
I probably yell at shit. What is Ivan saying?
Oh, look, there's a new door.
No, but you see, but there's a bit of smoke and fire in the, like electrical sparks in the cockpit, and you see your co-pilot sort of head, he's sort of like lolling in his seat.
Uh-oh. He might be dead or he got hit by something. I'm gonna have. Well, right now that means we're going down. I gotta look for some patch in these mountains where I can kind of rough land this thing, because we're going down. Do I have an engine? Can I still fly this?
You can still fly it. This is a short takeoff and landing vessel, so you have a certain amount of VTOL capability. So you just need it. You need a flat.
Should
spot.
I make another notice roll for Ivan, or is there a roll I should make?
No, he's not making a notice roll at the moment.
I'm going to move forward and bang on the cockpit door.
You can't.
You don't
You
want
have
to
to
move
be.
forward now. You better be holding on to something.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I don't know that. Suddenly the side of the plane, the vessel's disappeared. I'm banging on a bloody cockpit door.
Yeah, there's
Okay. Should he make a roll to see if he's even standing?
Yeah.
What do you want me to roll?
It's jumping around so much.
Yeah,
I think if you do try to take your belt off and go forward,
Yep.
the stewardess will say, "Sir, sit down."
See,
Or,
Or
take a
my
closer look at
character
the
would
ceiling.
say,
I'll tell her to turn up bikini. Shut up.
"Get back into your seat, you idiot!"
Turn up bikini. And I'm banging on the door. Use my athletics if I have to.
Well, you make me a dex. You make me a. Have you got athletics? You can make me
I've
an
got
athletics roll to
athletics.
stay on your feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe you should make him make a wisdom.
Oh, like bloody Spider-Man.
Yeah, that wild side kicked hard
Yeah.
there.
All right. So what that means is this is just like riding on the back of a reindeer.
That's the one.
The raid. You got this.
Oh.
You made it to the door. He's pounding on the door. So I would hear pounding on the door. I see my co-pilot down, and I'd be like, "What the f?"
Quack.
Yeah.
Not opening
Really,
the door right
the door is electronically locked. So
Arm yourselves, there's a terrorist loose.
Reindeer rancher. Yeah, we're terrible.
I would
Well,
yell
you
over the
got out of your
cockpit,
seat in a
like,
dire
"Buckle up,
situation."
people. We're about to crash. We're under attack.
You've ignored a stewardess from
All
telling
right,
you
do you
to
want to
keep
make
seated.
me? Do you want to? You can bang on the door all you want, but nobody opens it.
Okay, well, the best if it's going to crash, the best place for me is just to lie up against the door.
That's
Yeah,
the
so
way
It's
you
going to
do
stop
it.
all the kinetic damage. It's not going to jump
Hey.
backwards.
You stay
That's
buckled
what
in
he
your
wants
seat,
to
you got the
do.
bait, you put your head down.
You use your head to stop the kinetic damage.
That's the one.
Yeah, you stay buckled in the seat.
Jerry, you need to make me.
I'm
you need to make me
finished.
another notice roll.
Another note.
Trying to get in there so I could use my notice roll, but anyway.
No one's noticed you.
I got a deep roll.
No.
Oh, look
Better.
at that.
Finally,
Better.
That was
banging on the door helped him. I'll go back to my
that
seat.
was a raise and then some. 2 raises. It's 11.
Okay. You spot as you go over the mountains. You go through a pass, and let me see what the good guys. I mean the aliens are doing.
Of course they aren't.
Aliens.
Whoa.
Okay, and I just roll that again, and just a ordinary one. Oh, okay.
That's
We dodged
fantastic.
it somehow.
No, okay. They whistle down after you, and you squeeze through. Make me a piloting roll.
Ooh. Come on.
You know,
Oh, I don't squeeze through nothing. I'm
No,
gonna use a
you-
Benny. I'm gonna use a Benny on that one. No.
okay.
I throw a Benny out. We're gonna re-roll that piloting roll. No way. We gotta squeeze
Why?
at least one time.
you
Let me
suck?
get that-
You would be taking off wingtips.
There we go.
Woo!
That's the piloted roll.
Now that's a roll.
That's like a triple. That's 4 raises. 16. I did squeeze through.
Okay, you squeeze through, and one of them peels away as you somehow squeeze through around a couple of ridges and break out into a valley. But the other one, with a 1 followed by a 1,
Ouch.
he clips the hill and just cartwheels in, and you catch a glimpse. If you look out the cockpit, you catch a glimpse of him impacting down the valley.
Ha ha!
You got one without shooting.
Yay.
I said fucking alien scum. Man, my overconfident smile comes on because I'm driven and ruthless. And
Okay, now you've come through, and you are in this valley here.
Let's see. Okay.
Can you ping again, sorry? Thank you.
We're in that valley by the X.
Right down there.
You're definitely going down.
We're definitely going down. I'm gonna yell over the cops.
Get on down.
Everybody buckle up, including you asshole knocking on the door.
I've already gone back to my chair.
Okay. Yeah, but he didn't know that. He doesn't know that.
I know
Yeah,
somebody's
right.
knocking on the door.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
didn't
but
know that.
But I motivated you, so
Watch out for the terrorist.
yeah.
Did you get back in your chair or what?
Yeah, ages ago.
No, you.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to give you one more
I didn't know
piloting
that.
roll to
So
see
now I
how
have to
well
make
you put
another
this.
pilot roll one more time.
Yeah.
The wild die carried me. That's a raise. That's 2 raises, 13.
Man,
We're
you
braced
He's
for a
rough.
smooth crash landing. We're gonna total this thing up, but we're landing in that valley.
okay? You come in. You find a fairly sort of flattish part of grass without too many trees, and you bring her in, and you do a pretty bloody good landing, all things
lands
considered. It's not quite a dead stick landing, but you're running on about half your engine capacity, and the ship's not flying very well because it's got some
We
aerodynamic
don't even have
problems.
any landing gear, hey? We just kind of like crunching down some trees, making a path.
Man,
or
this
what?
guy could kiss babies' butts. He's so gentle.
Yeah. Overconfident, ruthless, and driven. That's me. Awesome pilot.
Maybe. Okay, the ship crashes down. Okay, I want everybody to make a vigor roll.
Ooh,
Värsta Uli.
bigger roll. Including me, eh?
Yep.
Bigger.
Vigor.
I'm good. I've got a raise on my bigger roll.
5.
Everybody so far is good.
Everyone got more than a.
Or
Has
everybody does. Gina's
everyone
got
got more than a
5.
Pierre.
Mike
No.
Yeah.
Pierre got 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
5.
Okay. You come down, and there's crash bang. Everything goes around. The ship skids down a bank, down a hill, sort of the valley, sort of down a little rise, sort of crash through a few trees, and everything inside is like flying around, as are people. Bits of the ship break off, and you eventually come to a halt. But the pilot was able to use this his VTOL stuff to slow it down enough so the impact wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And none of you are knocked unconscious,
Rightio.
but you're definitely shaken up.
Yep. Immediately
Shake
get out of
it
my
off.
seat and
Definitely
grab my
happy to
stuff
get
and
a
try to find a
top
way
on
out of
the
this
ground.
wreck.
Yeah.
And get anyone else I can. Just shout at them to get them come to, slap them across the face if I have to get them moving.
Okay, yeah. There's a few people. There's a few people knocked out. There's a few people, that look dead from the impact. I mean, this is a crash, right?
Yep.
The ship
Yeah.
is completely shattered. But you guys are lucky enough you didn't get. You've got cuts and scrapes and bruises, but
Meh.
nothing too serious.
I grabbed
So-
my pack out of the luggage, and then I'm going to start shepherding the band.
Well, you mean sort of the overhead luggage type thing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Yeah,
I'm gonna
not
check
grabbing
out
by.
Ivan, man. Is he dead? Is he alive? Is he unconscious?
You will see on his sort of sticking out of his neck is a piece of plastic from something.
That's just the cybernetics. It's fine. Don't worry.
It's latest jewellery. Come on.
Now I don't have any medical skill or anything. Health,
Yeah,
beauty.
that's
I
his
have a
stomach
science.
sticking out of his neck.
Yeah.
I have science to notice. Can I take
Sorry.
his pulse?
Yeah, it doesn't look good. You know, mainly because there's a
Does he
piece
have
of
a
plastic
pulse
stuck
still?
through his neck. Can everyone else hear that noise?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's you,
Jen's
Jen.
microphone is adding something.
Come on, what am I doing?
I don't know. It's adding beepy noises.
It's like a hum or a buzz,
Yeah.
high pitched
What about now?
buzz.
It's doing it even better.
I had to
Every time
reset
you
my
make
sound.
something
Yeah, it's definitely
It
coming
turned the
from you.
fan
Jim.
off. I had to turn that fan off. Which
Well,
sucks.
I don't have a fan or anything on.
Any other
Just
electronic
sounds like
equipment
feedback.
nearby?
Hey, Jerry's a fan.
No.
Jiggle
I'm
the
in my
contact.
room with nothing.
Turn it on and off.
Fix the
Kick
plug.
it.
Oh.
Swear at it.
exit and come back in. See if it
Oh,
changes.
okay.
Just this chat. Just exit the call and come
Okay.
right back in.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay. Well, she's gone.
I know. I was joking. No, it's back with
still
you.
there.
Still there.
Someone's sending out a Morse code SOS.
Have you got push? Have you got
There's a
push to
little
talk
beeping
on or something?
I don't know what it is.
No, I don't have push talk.
Using voice activated.
Voice activated? What's that?
When you talk, it pushes your audio through.
Only when you talk, it's making it. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't had that problem before. I
No.
mean, Jerry, did it sound like that on the Sunday thing?
No, you didn't have anything like this Sunday. Everything was smooth. That's
Yeah.
It only
it's the
started
same.
in the middle of this game right now. It's not at the start of the game.
No, it just started a
Jiggle.
couple of minutes ago.
If you have a contact where your microphone or your headset plugs in somewhere, just jiggle it a bit.
No, it's wireless.
Oh,
Jiggle it just a little bit.
I think it's
Just lean in a bit. Lean in a bit closer.
I think it's
Yeah.
picking up something
Yeah.
else.
Little bit closer. A little bit closer.
Mm.
no
It's
wires,
hacking.
nothing to jiggle.
Watch out.
You got nothing to fix
Just
if
a
it's
little
wireless.
jiggle.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you might want to put yourself on push to talk.
Or tap it.
Oh, okay.
Tap the headset.
Tap the headset.
I think it's your headset. Your wireless headset.
Tiptoe to the
Plug in a
headset.
cord, I bet. Fine.
I've never used it with the cord yet.
Did you
Okay.
use the headset last Sunday?
Yeah,
Sunday?
I've had it for a couple weeks now.
Another thing, what I just did is I went into my settings and my voice and video, and I just reset it, and then I came back in, and that got me better with my sound with you guys.
Excited. Okay, I'll be back.
Okay, back.
Better be.
Okay.
Okay,
Right,
we're moving through the wreckage and trying to. I'm only attending to anyone that's conscious. And people who are unconscious, tough luck.
Okay, Richard. The band.
Yes.
Ooh, the band.
There's a couple of the band members have been knocked unconscious,
Okay.
and three are sort of bruised but okay. The poor old hairstylist looks like he's got a busted arm or something.
We need to. Oh, actually, This would actually be a good place to stay in it because it's in it. This thing has been landed and stable, and it's warmer than in here possibly than outside. What's the temperature conditions outside? Is it snowing or what? Or is it
No,
just,
no, this is the temperate zone. I mean,
We're at the equator, so we're good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the equator. Remember, it's polarly locked, so it's boiling at one pole, and it's 203 degrees Fahrenheit at one pole,
Yeah,
and it's
yep.
180 minus Fahrenheit
Yep.
on the other.
So it's relatively temperate.
Okay,
Great
well,
storms though, because you got massively hot air and massively cold air, so you end up with some pretty cool thunderstorms in this place.
Great
There's one
foreboding.
other security personnel, is there, Brian?
Yep.
He wearing any plastic jewellery in his neck?
No.
Oh,
Okay. I'll talk to the other personnel over the noise. I've got my throat mic set up. I'm assuming they'll have one as well, so we can talk to each other and say, let's herd these people out. I'll take one of the unconscious band members, and you can take the other, and we'll get out. I've got my pack, and I've got a med kit in it, and we can attend to them once we're outside and got things sorted.
Yep. Well, if you and Yuko, if you go, you'll see the stewardess is not looking too good, but you can probably open the sort of the side hatch and pop it.
Yeah.
okay. I'll be, banging it with my foot, getting it open.
Yep. It opens right and blows off. The
Right.
door blows off. And
What's it look like
there isn't-
outside? Easy
there's,
step or hard step?
yeah, it's well, there is an emergency slide pops
Oh,
out.
cool.
We do have some safety gear.
Yep.
And when you blow the door,
Mhm.
it open, do this in an emergency when it goes, and the slide comes out, and you can start sort of like hustling people down the
We'll
slide.
We'll do. Got my
What's the
backpack
gravity like
with me.
here? Is it Earth-like?
Gravity is 0.7 G.
Nice.
Okay, it's a little lighter than Earth, but it's still pretty strong. All right.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't want to jump off the side of this down.
Yeah.
Really.
No.
Especially since it's canted up slightly. So, but you've got the slide, and if you start getting people out.
Yep, I'll be doing that.
And Richard, if you take your person out, Yuko could possibly help with getting wounded people out.
Okay, cool.
Are they conscious? Because I'm not dealing with anyone who's unconscious.
Well, you better deal with the band members, so that they're like
Well, I'm not part of
Well,
his security profile.
they're a captain, man.
No, but they are rich.
Rich, nothing.
Yeah, well, I'm focusing on the band members. If anybody moves near them, I'll tell them to back off and go and do something else.
That's to
I don't-
consider your security.
Yep.
I'm focusing on Ivan. Does he have a pulse?
No,
Bleeding out?
he's certainly. You think he's dead, Jim?
It's dead, Jim.
Dead Jim.
Does he have his wallet on him?
Remember, the door's still locked. I'm still in the bridge. I don't see what's going on. Is there no power to talk over the
Yeah.
mic?
A quick rifle?
Is there
So
any
can I-
guns in the bridge either? Do we have any backup emergency guns for a hostage situation? Any armor, anything in there? We
No,
don't have any weapons or anything.
no, there isn't.
Oh my
Groovy.
god. We don't have any guns, any armor, anything. Just us.
Yeah, life's tough.
Yeah, I've
isn't
got
it?
a survival knife. That's going to have to do.
Just be aware, Brian, that I'm not actually wearing my suit at the moment. I'm actually wearing combat fatigues, which I have for doing work that doesn't require me to rumble around in
In a
corporate
suit.
areas.
Yeah.
Well, my character
And
never
I've got
got a
everything that I want with me, thankfully, to that role that I wanted. Yeah, I haven't got that duster on. I've got a jacket that's armoured as opposed to the duster because it's
Yep.
more
Convenient. Yes.
yes.
To travel in.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you get people out. What's the Greg gets out. You eventually get everyone out, and then it's a matter of getting the injured people out. And you find that I'm going to just roll a.
I'll while someone's attending to them, I'll go down to the back to get access into the cargo bay. Try to open it up and see if there's anyone still alive in there, or are they all jam?
Okay, things are not looking too good in there. There's a lot of badly injured people, and there's a lot of dead people as well. Because when you hit the deck,
Yep.
the bits of cargo in there broke loose, but yes, basically slammed around in the cargo hold.
And somebody got to play catch, and some failed their catch rolls.
Yes. There's probably, out of the maybe 30 or 40 people in there, there's about 10 alive.
Right. Well, using my Finnish humour, I'll say it was a bit of a human salad in the back here. Anyone want to help?
Salad.
Never mind that. I just pressed it.
Mm-hmm.
The wired part isn't working yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Still putzing with something. Something went goofy.
I'll help out with the other passengers once I've attended to the band members.
Make me just a healing roll, just to assess their injuries.
Okay. I do actually have a med kit. Does that help in any way? Or do you just want to make a straight healing roll?
Yeah, you're basically just triaging, really.
Yeah. Well, I rolled it.
Well, that's not a high success, but it's success.
That's the band, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, neither of them are badly hurt. They've just literally just been knocked unconscious with a really good, like a bruise on the head and that type of thing.
Okay. And you said someone had their arm injured. What was that?
Yep.
Was like the hairdresser or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll attend to him as well.
Okay.
I'd have to look up what's in that that kit, but it's got like something 10 to 20 uses of whatever for dealing with injuries and whatnot. I'd have to look it up again though to get the details.
You can add 2 to a healing roll using your healing kit.
Okay. I'll move that picture out of the way so I can... Holy shit.
I assume that Ivan is dead, so I'm going to open the door and help the others with however I can.
Is that good enough, or do you want me? I'll chuck
No,
it.
you got +2 for it, so that takes that up to a 5.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Yeah, she's he's got his arm's definitely busted. The best you can do is sort of like
Sling it to the body.
Yeah. Clip it, bandage it back to his body.
Let's see, what have I got? I need to check out that kit to see what's in it.
And by the way, the band members aren't travelling in leather gear either.
No, that's their stage gear.
Yeah, they're wearing jeans and
Comfortable clothing, probably.
comfortable clothes. Yeah.
Do you want to know more? I'm just going to look up their equipment to see what's in it.
What are you doing, Greg? Helping wounded people out?
Well, I could. I had a chance to do damage control while this ship was in the air, but now the moment's passed.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Not from your seat though.
No. If I get up from my seat, let me see if I have anything of use.
Well, if you look around, this would be a bit more than a fixer-upper.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Let's see detailed ship stuff. Yeah, it looks pretty wrecked. Whoops, what am I doing here? Okay. Okay, well, I can check to make sure that our communications are still working.
Good.
Greg has electronics, and he can.
Well, if you go and talk to the pilot, and say,
Yeah.
and tell them you could have a look. That's well,
What do you need?
Steve.
The pilot, well, my name is Greg. I'm a technician. Is your radio working?
I'm not exactly sure. My co-pilot's gone though. But you're more than welcome to take a look at it. Let's go up front and take a look.
Just one thing here. Because of the amount of radiation, most radios don't work very well. So
Right.
it's mostly done with directional tight beam,
Lasers.
Microwave.
like either lasers or microwaves.
Yeah.
And even ships, they'd tight beam onto a satellite, and then like an aircraft would tight beam to a satellite, and then that would then tight beam back down, that type of thing.
Are we
Well,
still
why not
able to
that
do that?
stuff from some townships and stuff though too, I see.
Greg
What
would
was
like
that?
to make some kind of rule.
Yeah, well, you've got electronics, have you not?
Yeah, and I'll roll that, see what happens.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. You've still got battery. Obviously, there's still battery power and what have you on the ship, and it does have like an EPIRB type, distress thing, that is blinking on the console. You're not exactly familiar with this with this, but it's much of a muchness to a guy of your skill. So you can have a play around with the radio, but you're kind of in a valley. You got no line of sight you don't know where exactly where you are. So trying to pick up any terrestrial stations is pretty difficult, but you can give it a go. So with that, it's a pretty good roll. You got a raise, so. You get a crackle, and you think you get a signal.
Okay, is it something that I can lock on to get onto a grid or network here?
We're only 5.6 feet away from the next place.
Yeah, well, what is the scale of these squares and hexes?
From Kuti.
They're 5 foot squares.
Yeah, haven't been changed.
Oh, Gina.
They're about 1,000 kilometers.
A hex.
Or the hex?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a bit quiet, Gina. Okay,
Yeah,
Gina.
because I'm not using my headset. I'm using my camera mic.
Oh.
Yeah, it's I think I have capacity charge. I thought I had more.
I'm just going to turn you up massively.
It's got lots of static when I put the wired part in. So I think it's.
Well, that's cool. But listen, if anyone else is hearing hello, just raise her volume, because I hear you perfectly.
Yeah,
Now
I'm
raise
going
your
to
volume.
do.
All right.
It's okay.
I'll turn her up to 200.
Does anybody else have healing here, other
Yep.
than Richard?
Yep. D8.
You might make me a healing roll, when that's your sort of, as you sort of like trying to sort of triage people. There is a med kit on the on the ship, and
Yeah, it should be.
and the good thing is it didn't catch fire.
Good stuff.
There may have been
There you go.
a slight fire, but
Successful.
yeah. Okay, you think you've got probably 15 people that can't be moved, that can't move on their own anyway, and about another dozen walking wounded, and the PCs who all managed to walk away without a scratch.
Okay, with the walking wounded, I'll take care of. The others, I'm going to treat like we do with reindeer. If I could.
Hey, Steve can also heal.
Oh,
Get a healing
you
roll.
mean shoot them or
Yeah,
whatever. they're
you-
dead.
Yeah, okay. Between the people with healing,
Yep.
you can sort of get a few people conscious again, but there's definitely about, what did I say, 10 or a dozen
Yeah,
people
some dozen.
that are not ambulatory.
Yeah.
They're basically gone.
All going.
But in the meantime, I said you got some, as I said to you before, though, you did pick up some sort of reception. So who are you calling? because you've got somebody at the other end.
What's the name of our plane or our craft? The company we work for.
Yeah, it's a transport, but what's its name?
Crashing.
I would tell them to say we have a transport down in the
Bouncer.
valley.
It's Aurora Interface AIT 525.
Oh, the 525, eh?
AIT 525 interface craft down in valley by mountains. We need assistance or help.
Out of Kuti.
The person says in does he speak English? Probably. He says, although mind you, do you speak Russian?
Ukrainian.
Probably have
Does.
universal translators, I would
Yes.
say.
But anyway,
I have a D6 in French, Chinese, and Russian. I got the
yeah, well that's fine. This person's saying, this is Vostok 2 mining base. What the hell is going on out there? Say again. Crash something.
Yes, we crashed.
Big bada boom.
Chopped down, actually.
AAT 525 crashed.
He says, do you know where you've crashed?
I would roughly have the altitude and the longitude, I would think. We crashed in the valley by the mountains, blah, blah, blah. I would give him the last coordinates I have that I got.
Okay.
Somewhere near there.
Right. He says, okay, we're a fairly small camp, but most of the people here took off back to, find their families. He says, when all the shit started going down, when the Arcturians arrived.
Oh, the Arcturians, eh?
The aliens, you mean?
Yeah, well,
alien.
he goes. He says, the bloody the navies have abandoned us.
Well, that'll be the French.
They've all buggered off.
That's crazy.
Who's buggered off? Sorry, I missed
The
that.
French.
No, well, the French. Well, it was actually a Ukrainian ship went, and
So
The
we're
Richelieu.
having defenses and we're being attacked by these aliens, huh? Arcturians, they're called.
Don't know
You've
what
got-
they're called. You can ask
you've
them when
got-
you meet one.
you've got no. He'll tell you for what it's worth that the French flagship was destroyed.
Yeah, I don't think they buggered off. Well, they didn't bugger off somewhere else physical.
So basically, we got an Independence Day situation on another planet. Huh. Frickin' aliens. Shooting green slime at me, I don't really care for that. I wish I had my fighter back.
You wish you had your own slime gun.
Yes, I do.
Give me a
I
rifle.
didn't try to dodge. This would have, if I'd have had my fighter, I'd have took both of those pieces of shit down. They say, with ease, overconfident.
So what are we doing with the people in the back?
Yeah,
That
you've
are
got a
not-
lot of dead people, Captain. You've got a lot of dead people on your ship.
Yeah, Captain.
Well,
Is there a protocol for this kind of thing?
reporter, what do you think? I don't know. Did I meet you now? Am I talking to the reporter? It looks pretty tragic. We're under an
Chuck them in the
interstellar
freezer. Who
war.
knows when we're going to be able to find new fresh meat?
Exactly.
Oh, it's kind of disgusting.
It's kinda
No,
like
it's
my-
survival.
Worst case scenario, if it's really survival. Well, there's things we can kill and eat out here.
No, there isn't. Remember,
No, there isn't.
genetically, we're not similar enough to metabolize each other.
You could
I thought
eat it,
you
but
said we
it wouldn't do you
We
any
could
good.
metabolize each other. They could eat us, and we could eat them.
But we won't
You had- you
get
needed
the
to
nourishment.
grow things, but we could-
The worst. What will happen is you'll probably get no nutrition from it, and at worst you could get an anaphylactic reaction.
Oh, brilliant!
At best, you'll just poop it out the other end.
Well, I
undigested.
might look over to our deer herder and suggest the worst, that whatever's left here in the flesh that we're going. How many miles do we have? We might
Ooh.
need to make some.
Well-
Okay, make me a some sort of smarts roll there, Steve, because then you're the navigator as well.
Smarts is a T6. Hold on. Let me get the character sheet up here. All right, I'm gonna make a smarts roll. I
Good.
just barely make it. I got a 4.
Okay, you get a location, and if you get and if Pierre can make Greg make a really good electronics roll to keep your nav system going long enough to get a fix on your position,
Around here somewhere.
I will give you some more information.
Give me a good roll there, Greg.
Okay,
Yeah, Greg.
got it.
And he does. He gets a raise.
He does. Okay, you are about 30 kilometres from the mining base.
It's a short little hike then.
Which is
do
this?
this one then.
Which is
Yeah.
this one here?
Yep.
Good day's hike.
Yep.
Well, actually, probably 2-3 with this bunch.
Well, you know, those who can walk should walk. Those who can't should stay.
Do we have
Well,
rats?
We know where they're going to be.
Okay, just a quick,
I wasn't
just
going to
one,
expect them to do anything else.
just one at a time. What was that from Jerry?
I asked if we have rations or food anywhere in the ship. Like probably just pretzels and shit for. the 10
Yeah,
hours flight.
you've got water. You've got bottled, some alcohol.
They might have the mid-flight meals.
You've got you got some meals, but remember, a lot of the people that were down in the cargo. Well, you haven't looked through the cargo. You don't know what's in there.
Yeah,
It's
we
covered
gotta
in
save
people.
those flight meals for last. I mean, we've already eaten all the passengers.
I'm sick. Well, we haven't ate the passengers yet, but
No,
our
no.
reindeer herder might be able to turn them into jerky.
Yep.
Oh my god! I can't believe how fast you people go to cannibalism. You haven't even got hungry yet.
But it's
I
the flight
haven't been able to
meals,
tell you
I'll
I'm hungry. Nah, it's all good.
Someone sounds hungry. Wants themselves some long pig.
Okay.
I see movies like this, man.
I'm in the cargo. I'm having a look. I'm checking out who's going to be survivable, who's not. I'll have a look and see if there's any obvious thing in the cargo that suggests food or water or anything of that nature. Alcohol I'm not interested in because, yeah, you can't use that to survive.
That's for the thick, meaty ones.
No, but you can use it for
Medical.
medicinal purposes.
Yeah, medical, that's fine. But those of us who are going to make this walk are going to be the healthy ones anyway.
Well,
I wouldn't mind a shot
if
of
you-
medicine.
if you talk to the to the mining camp, he'll and tell him, and you get your fix, and you know how far it is. He says, how many injured have you got?
Tell them about 24. Whoever's on the radio. Greg, tell him there's about 24.
If I'm on the radio, yeah, I'll say that. 24 injured.
He says, okay. He says, I could be there, and he said I should be able to get there within maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, tell them to stay low because there's
Hmm.
more of those alien fighters flying about.
Yeah, we got to tell them that we were shot by apparently an alien
shot
ship.
down.
Okay, well, I'll pack up
Yeah,
my meat
that's
dryer
good.
then.
Because we didn't crash, we were shot down.
Yeah.
There's also, if you find food, there's like, there's your pretzels and nuts. There's alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks, and there's some bottled water.
Okay,
You
well,
know, probably a litre per person.
okay, those people who are seriously close but conscious to death, I want to fill them up with alcohol.
Okay.
Right.
We'll save some
Let's just-
for medical purposes later.
Okay.
But
Talking
Just
about
FYI,
alcohol, I need to have a toilet stop. So,
excellent.
and I want to make
We have a
myself
little
ready
wee-
as well.
grab a sandwich and whatnot then.
Yeah. Can we do that?
5 minutes.
5-minute break.
Yeah, I need to go to the loo and make myself a cup of tea because my throat's giving out.
Cool.
Okay.
I'll stop the
Be right
recording
back.
for the moment.
Yeah.
Sounds
Start recording. We're on again.
Okay, after about 2 hours, you see, and it's, by the way, it's still dark, right? It's still nighttime. Estimated time by your clocks, it's about hour 56 or something like that. So dawn will be arriving shortly.
Yep.
And one of these hoves into view going cross country.
Oh,
Excellent.
We gotta wave that boy down.
Yeah, well, we've
Yeah.
got a lot of dead bodies.
I mean, it carries about, a couple of 100 ton of ore if it needs to,
Right.
It's massive. So
do
this
we,
thing-
yeah.
this thing drives up, and I mean, if somebody flags it down, it will appear and come to a stop. He's having to pick his way a bit because there's no road here. He's basically just going cross country.
Oh, I'll wave him down. I'm the pilot. If I see him, I'm gonna come out of the cockpit and wave him down.
Okay.
No one else is.
Well, this guy gets out and he says, "Holy shit!" And he looks at it and he goes, he said, "You weren't kidding. You really did crash."
We were shot down by the Arcturian guys you were talking about.
Yeah, he says, "Look," he says, "I don't know what's going to happen now, but it doesn't seem to be anything happening at the moment. There's been apparently a few overflights, and that's it."
Well, I finagled and got one to crash in the wall, but we ended up taking some fire, and I had no choice but to take evasive maneuvers and land where we are. Yeah, our aircraft is shit. We've got a lot that are dead and a lot that are injured, and we got a few that are okay.
He says he goes Vasily Chichenko.
Says what?
Vasily
name.
Chichenko, that's his name.
Nice to meet you, Steve Austin, pilot.
He says we've only got a couple of people back at the base because they basically had no, they couldn't get it. They had nowhere to go really. So, he says, I got no family, I got no family to go home to as such. So I figured I'd stay there. He says, but he says, we've got some medical supplies and stuff there. So let's get these people loaded up and make our way back there.
I think based on the information you're saying, it sounds like we're in a dire need situation. It sounds like we're left on our own to fight these bastards. And they're coming in. They weren't here to say hi. They were here in special combat fighters.
He said, as far as I know though, there's been nothing happened as yet.
So he's speaking in Russian, eh? Just making sure, right? Yeah. So I can understand. Okay.
You can or can't?
Can't. I only speak Scandi.
Oh, okay.
Scandi, French, Mandarin, and something else.
Oh, okay. English?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, so he was speaking Russian during that time?
Yeah, I mean, most people are at least bilingual in something. Yeah, so these people speak Russian and something else, probably either English or French generally.
Okay.
So, but as I said before, I'm not sure you were there, but there's a Pulitzer Prize here for you if you play your cards right. I'm sure that goes through your mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Adventures of the
I'm gonna pull some stuff out of my trunk. I'm not grabbing my trunk, of course. I'm assuming we ain't got room to take all our gear with us. Yes, no.
Well, it's a big dump truck.
There's no weapons or anything in the aircraft. We searched through all the skids. Did we search through all the inventory of everything that's in there? Well, we had
You
time to
notice
wait.
that I'm actually armed.
And I've got a knife in my belt.
I don't have anything, and I'm desperate for some weapons of some sort.
Well, there are two armed people here. And they're the two
If you
bodyguards.
let me speak, I can help you out with some armor. I open my trunk, and I pull out of it like. Are any of you guys like mid-size, like just the average size guy?
Your captain is. I'm military trained. I'm naval. So I have fighting, and I have shooting, and I have survival.
Can I finish?
Sorry, go ahead.
I have a suit, an armored suit. It's got Kevlar in it that gives you forearm all over for anybody that wants it. I also have an armored duster, which is a long coat that's got fall over it, and I also have a full-length shirt, like an undershirt, which has got armor fall all over it. Because I've already got armor on, these were just various other pieces of gear which I'd swap in and out. But I can't wear it all now, and other people will need armor. So there's the suit, there's the duster, and then there's the long-sleeve shirt.
I'll grab the duster.
Okay. Who wants to wear the suit? Might look a bit funny fighting an alien in a suit, but it's armoured. And it will fit me, and I'm just your average size guy. I'm not large or small. And then there's a shirt for anybody that wants to have torso and arms armoured.
When he says suit, it's very stylish.
You can even have my tie here as well if you want, but there's no armour on the tie, sorry.
Okay, I'll take the suit, but I'm not wearing the tie.
Okay.
Are you going to wear your captain's hat?
No, I'll leave the captain's hats back behind.
Well, no, there's room to take things by the sound of it, because I asked basically whether I could be able to get my trunk on there as well, and it sounds like
This is a massive truck. It's huge.
So I'm taking my trunk with me. There's a few bits and pieces in it, like other clothes, but I've just doled out the important stuff. And one of the things you'll see is that I'm actually carrying a submachine gun.
Nice.
It wasn't on him in the plane, but he's got it out of his gear.
Well, I did have another weapon on me in the plane, but
Well, I don't have any gear. We never did that, and I didn't bring any gear with me. So I just
You'll have a flight bag with your clothes and all that type of stuff. Your normal stuff that you would carry for work.
you've
Which
got a
probably-
monochrome toothbrush.
Yeah, which probably doesn't include a shotgun.
it doesn't, or it does.
Doesn't.
Yeah, I would take my flight bag then and my personal gear along. I would also order any type of rations or food that we have. We would take along. I think most of the dead we're gonna just leave behind. I mean, what's the point?
Well,
Yeah.
there's a few people sort of upset, but they realise that they've just survived a plane crash. So, and
We can send somebody back for them.
What was that, Jeff?
We can send somebody back for them, the injured.
Yeah.
oh no, you can take the injured. You could probably take the injured with you.
We're leaving the dead behind.
Can
We're
you
in a-
hear that?
We're in a position where it's a war. We're in a war
Yeah.
right now.
Excuse me, I just got to throw the dog out of my room because
Okay.
he's barking for neighbours.
Well, a skirmish at least. A war perhaps.
Well, it sounds like, based on the information that our friend here was telling us from the mining camp, that they came in and the French Navy bailed out or whatever. They took them out, and this world is under no protection.
Yeah, but
And those were not your normal spacecraft. I've never
no, they
seen
weren't.
anything but
They weren't. But a war is
No,
usually
they were
something that is announced.
Hmm.
So this is at least a skirmish.
Yes.
But anyway,
well,
just nitpicking.
if you load up the wounded and the walking wounded and yourselves and any rations and
Any cargo we can use.
and cargo, and Michael's doled out some armour here and there.
Mm-hmm.
You'd probably fit the suit, wouldn't you, Yuko? Or no, who
I've got the duster. I've got
The
the duster. Yeah.
I got the suit on. Without the tie.
And there was a shirt.
Yeah.
Who wanted that?
Okay, sure. Gia puts her hands up.
Yep. Cool.
Did you put your hand up for the shirt that I had?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so that's all doled out then.
I'll walk up to Michael and ask him, you wouldn't happen to have a rifle or a shotgun or anything hidden away there, would you?
I don't know if you heard that.
Oh, sorry. I can give someone my handgun. I'll keep the SMG, but I do have a handgun.
Okay, well, I've got shooting. Is that skill, because I don't know the system that well, is that skill
Yes,
usable?
that does.
Yes.
That's like gun combat. It's universal.
So,
Yes.
okay, so I got shooting, because I got a 9 with
Okay.
that, so...
I give the man my handgun and
Cool.
the 3 spare magazines that go with it, and
Okay.
the underarm holster for it.
Rightio, I'll pop that on.
I didn't want to give it up, but I can't fire 2 weapons at once, so
Yep.
it would be foolish to keep them.
That's wise.
Okay, because Shayla, the other security person, has just a pistol, I believe. Yeah, just a pistol.
Well, I heard that the captain's got military experience, so I just walk over to him, and before I accept the gun, try to exchange information
Okay,
about...
out of game. I have a D6 for shooting. What's
Okay,
your what's
D8.
You take the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Navy. They never actually
Yeah.
fire him.
Okay. They
Well,
push the
we shot,
buttons.
so we're not ground combat. I mean, we trained a little bit for it. I have survival and shooting.
Yep.
And
That's
fighting,
cool.
but not like a Marine.
Yeah.
Okay, it takes you about once you get on board this truck.
Mm-hmm.
It takes about 2 hours to get back to the mining camp, and it's largely automated. There's a lot of big machines and things, and there's a barracks. There's quarters for the guys that stay there, and there's shelter and there's food and there's water purifier, and so you're not going to die of starvation in the short term here, or die of thirst.
Mm-hmm.
Because the water's there's a water water purifier and that can produce any amount of water and what have you. Vehicle wise, there's a couple of dirt bikes, a Jeep type like a hovercraft, and this truck. Probably 3 of them actually.
Okay.
But most of the gear then is largely like an ore processing unit and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So
There's no like helicopter or any type of flying craft of any sort.
no.
No. Okay. I'm gonna ask our friend if he has any firearms, anything that I could use, shotgun or rifle, survival rifle, any type of firearm.
He says
Slingshot.
I've got a like a a plinking rifle.
Yeah.
Like just a light what do you call it? Target rifle.
Better than
Light
nothing.
target rifle.
Yeah.
Whoever who took the handgun, I'm
Yep.
posting on the. You're going to post in the chat what the
Mhm.
type of handgun it is, so you
Oh,
can
yep.
look up stats.
Sweet.
Oh, sweet. What did I just do there? Oh man. I'll have to look it up again myself. I just wiped out what it was.
Okay. Well, and just
Handguns.
Yeah, it's right at the bottom. It's a Ruger
Ruger P22 47.
47. Yes.
Sweet, thank you. I'll put that on my gear just for now, so I don't lose it.
Yeah, and it's loaded and there's 3 spare mags for it.
Sweet. Plus Ruger P.
I just unfortunately dropped out. Just getting back in. Okay, you spend a couple of hours like unloading people into the barracks. There is a fairly rudimentary medical facility here. They've got like a sick bay, if you will.
Do they have a doctor or anything?
No, everyone's gone. They all went home.
Okay.
When the aliens showed up.
Okay.
First in the system, because people want to get back to their families.
Yep. Well, if that stuff, it looks like some people could actually survive with that stuff. So if they need to, I'm happy to start using my medical skill to help those people. Otherwise, it was pointless.
Okay,
is that healing?
Fortunately, there's no burns.
Yeah.
So it's mainly broken bones,
contusions,
internal injuries,
and
that type of thing.
Cool.
You can basically spend the next however long looking after these people, but there are lots of unwounded people, and they're helping as well, and so. Funny enough, they all start looking to the people with guns and seem to be doing things for leadership.
All right.
Okay. So did he give me that rifle? Is that the Enfield Sportsman?
No, he's keeping it himself. He's not going to give away his rifle.
Okay.
They need some sort of defense on the base. Is there any other things they can use, as like mining lasers or anything they can change?
Well, if you have a look around, there's some like construction equipment, like nail guns.
Cool.
Some chainsaws.
Nail guns, good for range. Chain guns if you got to go melee, hand to hand.
There's some plasma cutters.
Again, more hand to hand because I don't have the range. But the nail guns, they're not like corded, they're all powered?
Make me look. There's empty barracks here. Make me as you put it, you can have a search through.
Okay, so
the nail guns are like battery powered.
Notice.
Now have a look, because they probably put in a security element at this
There must be. So I'm looking for anything.
Okay. This is when if someone's got the appropriate card, if they got lucky, they could play it. Obviously, nobody did.
They could, but they might be waiting for something really, really important to play it with.
What, like buying weapons?
No, finding something else about the aliens. That was why some people might be holding on to a card.
Yes.
Finding out the aliens.
I'm going to help him look with it, and I can play cards. My card.
Well, I've already rolled. I've got a 6 and a 4 to find. Notice.
Let's see. What does that say? Extra effort. I'm working as fast as possible.
Okay, you can make a notice roll and add 1d6 to it. And you roll a 1d6 as well. So you do a notice roll and roll a 1d6, and you add that to the trait roll.
Is that exploding or none?
Yes, it can explode.
Okay, just put the asterisk by 5.
Hold on.
Okay, and then you do your notice, because that's an 11.
Yep,
that's pretty good. Okay, yeah, the security is not. It's more sort of. There's a security office, and that checks visitors in and
surveillance
to the site and things like that. Yeah, it's not like
yeah.
They got surveillance cameras and things like that, but it's not. You could just walk into the place. There's a road up to it. You could, and there's a security office.
There's no heavy weapons section.
Damn,
no, there isn't. But
Not even a
when
weapon
you search
locker?
around, when you search around,
Yeah.
you find in one of the lockers someone's left behind an air rifle.
Okay.
One of these.
Oh, it's not that one that. Oh, shoot! There was a nice air rifle amongst your stuff.
The Strasser.
That's a good air rifle.
That's a nice. Okay. I'll hand back the pistol and grab the Strasser.
Okay.
Racha.
I'll grab all the
Strasser.
pistol and ammunition.
It still kills.
Okay,
Yeah.
who else wants to
I'll
arm
ask Michael
themselves
to
with a
at least
pistol?
take the pistol because I have shooting.
Okay, well, the pistol and I it gets passed to me, and then I say, who else wants this? Then and I pass it to you. You get the underarm holster and the gun and the 3 spare mags.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you want to note what type of weapon it is, because if you fire 3-round burst with that, you get +1 to hit and +1 to damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ruger P2247, which you can look up. It's at the bottom of the handguns list.
Yep. All of these weapons are in the weapons list, and you can add them to your character sheet.
Yeah.
Gia is armed with her trusty camera/imager.
That I'm sure will destroy the enemy that comes near her. And sorry, any ammo with the Strasser?
Yeah, there's a box of a couple of hundred pellets.
So it's the Ruger P2247? Is that what
Yes.
you said?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
I think it's one of the best of the handguns there. It's not the most damaging, but it's
No.
+1 to hit and +1 to damage in a large magazine.
Mm-hmm.
10 millimeter. 12, 24.
Where are you?
48,
Greg, Stevens, Pierre, what are you? Are you going to look for anything to make as a weapon?
Ah,
I have a handgun already, but if I can find something better. Was it in my gear? The thing on my gear, I had it in my luggage or something.
Yeah, because you went back over there to go on a hunting trip with a mate.
Yeah.
So you actually have a couple of things, and you can find. You could have found them in the wreckage of the.
Okay, so
No, you've actually got a Guiscard FC70, which is a civilian rifle.
pistol.
It's a rifle.
It's a rifle. Okay.
Yeah.
And homemade auto crossbow, which okay, it's fairly. I have those two things. I don't know what the chances are of finding something better. I leave it to the real soldiers if they found any better weapon.
Well, that rifle is a good rifle. I mean, it does 2d8 damage.
yeah, that's potent.
It's a pretty potent rifle. It fires It is this weapon here. It's like a hunting rifle.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Sorry, I'm deep in the handout section.
Here we go.
I don't know if you're showing a picture now.
I am.
Oops. I don't see, or maybe I exited by accident. But okay, I see what it is.
Yep.
That's fine. So it's more like a carbine-sized thing.
Yeah, but it's a it's a 7.5mm conventional rifle, so it fires a caseless round.
Okay.
Conventional in this period means caseless.
Yes,
Very
anything with
good.
case would be very historical.
It's actually I think I put that down wrong. It's actually 2d8 plus 2 because it's a big round. So I'll
That's nice damage.
Okay. So
All right, I added it. Ruger 2247, 12, 24, 48, 2d6 plus 2. I added mine.
And plus, you get another +1 if you 3-round burst on it to hit and to damage.
Okay, I don't know how to add. Oh, ROF? Or
Your rate of fire on that, I think, is 1.
1, but you can. When you fire, it's still 1, but you're doing a 3-round burst and your 1 rate of fire, and that just increases your damage by 1 and your chance to hit by 1 because you're putting 3 bullets out super quick at the target.
Okay.
Well, I got what I want.
Shit, I should have taken an assault rifle, Brian. But I didn't.
Well, what is your plan now? You can see on the map where you are. What
We
will
need
be?
We need to
No, your
contact the authorities and find out
Yes.
what's going on.
All right. Well, they've got a communications shed here.
Because we need to find out what to do, where to take these people, whether it's just safe for us to stay here and well away from built-up areas.
If it's okay, Greg is going to get on the radio and try to communicate to the next town, which looks like down the road from this mining area with the town of Kuti, and just explain that we have a crowd of people from a crash. We got wounded, we had dead people, and just trying to get some news.
Well, they'll tell you that at the moment there's not and you can pick up the news feed here, and the public news broadcasts are like putting the militia has been all militia members and have been called in and to report to barracks. It's basically they're mobilising. Their militia forces.
That was funny. That card that someone just showed up before with the chance to find things, I was trying to remove it, so I clicked on take card and I've taken it. I won't use it though.
Cool.
But it allowed me to pick it up and put it on my deck.
Oh, steel card. Did somebody play it?
I played it.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. You need to, can you put it out there again, Richard, so I can see it?
You can.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get rid of it so it wasn't on my screen.
Can't add the bloody weapon to this thing.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
I just did. I
Yeah.
think I did it right.
Yeah, not quite, but I'll fix it in a tick.
And you can remove that card.
I still can't see. Where is it?
It's on the map.
Oh, there it
There
is.
it is. On the bottom of the map.
That extra effort card, is that the one you meant, Richard?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I just played.
No, he's played it. Yeah.
Yeah, I played that first.
Okay.
Did you just drag that onto that deck on the right sort of thing of the screen?
No, I just deleted it.
Oh,
It's been
okay.
played. All right. Where were we? You've got the various weapons. Yes. Okay. And now, Greg, you basically get that there doesn't seem to be anything happening at the moment. There's like nothing happening. There's been a couple of overflights by alien fighters, and they scrambled some of their colonial fighters, and there was apparently there was a skirmish over northern Nova Kiev, over in the northern part of the colony, and they believe they've reports are that they've shot down several enemy fighters, and for the loss of 2 of their own or something like that. But there doesn't seem to be
in a fighter seat.
there doesn't seem to be anything happening.
So it's kind of quiet right now then. You can take the injured to the next thing?
Yeah, you could convoy them in a truck if you wanted, in trucks.
That'd be a good idea. Get them to somewhere where there's a bit better medical care.
Yeah.
Where was our primary destination? Were we going to
You were going to the capital, to Nova Kiev.
No, we can't. I think we should try to head there, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I think so.
There would be a better way of, well, let's say you have more access to food, weapons, armour, and other bits and pieces that we want there than we will here, that's for sure.
We should head very stealthily, though, I would think. Maybe back country. And you said there was some vehicles here, too, like some dune bugs or motorcycles?
Motorcycles, Jeep, and 3 hovercraft. So
the Jeeps are a small hovercraft.
oh,
It's,
okay.
hover Jeeps, if you
Hover Jeeps. So a couple of motorcycles and some.
What was that, Jen?
How many hover jeeps do you have?
3.
Okay, so why don't we get everyone the injured into the 3 amongst, and split the stuff like in 2s or whatever, and
Well, you can. You've also got several large mining trucks which can drive on the. There's a road.
Well, I have an idea. Why don't us with the guns get in one of the hover jeeps, and then a couple of the other passengers, like Gia and Greg, take the wounded in one of the trucks, and we go a little bit ahead in the jeep together. One of the jeeps. Some of the people that they want to get back to normal.
How many jeeps are there, Brian?
Who can drive it?
A couple. 3 trucks, 2 jeeps, and two dirt bikes.
I think somebody should be on a dirt bike. I don't use a dirt bike, but we need someone with that sort of flexibility of manoeuvrability.
We can all drive, and I assume that means dirt bikes as well as
I don't have that as a skill. So what does it come off?
No, you can use general knowledge for all your common things like driving a car.
Oh, so my common knowledge. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. If you want to do fancy driving,
yeah,
that would use driving skill.
Right.
Like fancy off-road driving or something like that.
Yeah.
That actually takes some skill. But driving a vehicle on a road just uses your general knowledge.
Okay. And driving comes off which stat? Do you know?
Driving's an agility skill.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm happy to jump on one of the motorbikes.
Common knowledge is smart.
Yep.
I'll take one of the jeeps, and I'll see if maybe somebody wants to come with me in the jeep.
Well, you got unwounded NPCs who can drive the trucks. There's this guy Vasily can he'll drive one. He load it up with people, rig up a tarp. Greg, you want to make me some a repair roll just to rig up something to cover the injured people in the back?
Sure. That's easy.
Yeah, it is. It's really easy. Yeah, I mean,
Double ones is a huge critical fail, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You sort of like
absolutely,
suffocate
no
them.
problem at all. You get them situated as comfortably as possible, and I imagine you use like mattresses out of the
whatever. Yeah. I'll be telling all the NPC healthy people to hold these unhealthy people in certain places because that's going to help them. It'll keep them busy while we do the real work.
I will coordinate the healthy NPCs to help the injured NPCs.
Hey, a couple of these girls from the band come up to you and say, because you seem to be coordinating, and say, what can we do to help?
Do they have any skills?
You mean other than performance?
That could be a good morale booster for all the
It'd
NPCs.
be nice for them to actually maybe do a show for people when we get into the city. I'm sure that would actually...
We'll just sing on the way in.
Yeah, can do that.
Yeah.
Actually, should maybe put them in...
People, to help morale.
Yeah.
Comfort the injured.
Yep.
Sing some of their heavy metal at the injured.
That would be so good.
You're gonna die!
And go to hell! Blah, 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 blah.
Highway to hell!
You have your job. Go and take care of it. Alright?
there could be a highway to hell. Let me see.
This could be what we're
the
going on
lead
right
singer
now.
Yeah. No, the young woman, sort of barely out of their teens, who are on the verge of becoming, trillionaires. So
Oh,
I'll get the rest of the road crew and the band to maybe stick together and ask Kasha if she wants to keep an eye on them, because I might jump in one of the jeeps, or if she wants to jump in the jeep, I'll keep an eye on them.
she'll stay. She'll keep an eye on them, and they can all like pile into trucks, and yeah, they're all right. They don't seem to be they're girls from a small town, so they know how to they know how to look after themselves.
Yeah.
Small colonial town too, at that.
Yeah. Cool. Then I'll jump in one of the vehicles as somebody else.
I'm driving one. You want?
the
You got a
Jeep.
gun too.
have
Yeah,
I got
I'll come with you.
anyone else that can take on one of the motorcycles so we can sort of be outriders, scouts sort of things?
We can get a little bit ahead of the protect the people and keep a lookout.
Yeah. Well, I just thought the motorbike might be able to be a little bit more manoeuvrable than a hovercraft in that sense.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, they're looking flash-looking bikes.
Nice.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Excellent.
What sort of motor does it use? It's sort of like a hydrogen motor or something, or
Can you
electric or
picture
something.
this reindeer farmer with his
Yeah,
Yep.
something like that.
laying on the lawn on the motorcycle?
They're electric. They'll be fantastic to ride.
Electric, yeah, and it's got some of
Fantastic
those.
torque.
It's got some of those future shocks on it too. Gotta have
Nice.
those future shocks.
Yeah. And it makes a whining sound, not a good guttural motorbike sound.
It's electric, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wee.
Want
Do we-
something,
Vehicles
What I'd like to
have
look
massive torque.
for, sorry, Brian, before we leave, is some sort of short-range communication devices, like a couple of kilometres at least.
Well, Kasha has one and so do I. We're both wearing throat mics.
Yep. But when the rest of us are going to need more if I'm going to be out further in the front.
I don't know what the range on those are.
Yeah, there's some the mining.
Mhm.
There's some gear in the mining sort
Cool.
of supplies that would do that job.
Sweet, just a mic and the earplug will do me. So, okay, put that on, put a helmet on. I'll just chuck if I can, in one of the lead hover vehicles, my backpack with all my stuff in it, apart from the gun that I've got and my survival knife.
I'll just sort your gun out.
Whoever I'm riding with, I want to keep within radio range of the trucks. I don't want to be out of communication range with them, because I want to be able to know if something
I think
happens.
I'm driving and you're riding with me, and
Cool.
that's cool. I agree.
So, do you want me out in front by about half a click, and then you guys, how far out front of the big vehicles do you want to be?
And communication range, whatever that is.
Yeah, with your mics and with the charged particles in this place, probably no more than 5k.
Okay.
I would say we wouldn't even want to be that far. Maybe a K or two tops.
Yep.
You don't
So,
want to be too far away from them.
We want to
Yep.
be close to them,
Yep.
just a little bit ahead
Yep.
to scout, make sure
Yep.
there's no threats.
okay,
But not
I'll
so far
be
away that we can't get back in time to help.
somewhere between 250 meters and 500 meters from the hover vehicle, who's about half to a kilometer away from the trucks. That do?
That'll work.
Yeah, sweet. Is there anyone going to take the other bike? If they're not, can we put it on one of the hover vehicles just as another vehicle if we need?
Yeah, you might as well take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could throw it on the back where it's only two of us on that one hover vehicle.
Sweet.
So we'll throw it in the back of there.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Cool.
the hover Jeep. So we got it in the back. If something happens to yours, you got another one too.
Sweet as.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so we're ready to roll out when we're all ready. And we're heading to...
The cabin.
Novi
And Nova
City.
City.
Nova,
Place we
whatever.
were actually supposed to land at.
Well, we'd be going to Cootie first, wouldn't we?
That's the first place you're going.
Yep, okay.
You've got to get medical.
Yep.
Medical
Attention for these people.
attention there.
Yep. And,
And-
anyone who can't move who's back in the mining camp with who is left over there.
Okay, it's about 140, 150k. All right.
Okay, so how quick do the mining trucks will move? Because they'd be the slowest, I'd imagine.
Probably relatively quick once you've got them out on sort of the open road, and it is fairly flat.
Yep,
Undulating more as it goes down this river valley,
that's cool.
and probably 150k. I mean, that's going to take
Yeah.
probably only a couple of hours.
Yeah,
really,
I was thinking
2 or
like
3 hours.
about 3 hours max.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Rightio. Well, when we're ready,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. You load
I'm
up,
heading out.
and you are taking all the wounded, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Is anyone staying back at the camp, at the mining base?
Would be surprised.
No, there's
No reason to.
there are a couple of other people there, and they'll say no. Well, bugger it. We might as well go with you.
Okay. Any personal gear, any victuals, anything that could be helpful on the way?
There's
Just a quick
there's food and what have
question.
you.
Just a quick
Yep.
question. Although I don't know how to use it, do they have any explosives?
Yes.
Yeah, they
Good
should.
question.
I'll quickly talk to Michael, and say, do you know how to use this stuff? I don't. I just thought we might be able to use it in case, do grenades, or we don't know what the hell these things do. These aliens.
I would
The
know how
answer to
to
that
use
would
it.
be the answer to that would be yes.
Well,
mean,
let's make sure
no.
we do that. And could Mike set me up with one that I can take with me, just in case I need it?
Well, no, but Greg could probably
All right.
probably do that quite easily.
Cool.
Rig up some explosives, and there's detonators, and there's timer ones, and there's like electronic, flick switch ones.
Yeah.
And,
Just want a small one, just to act as a good little distraction. I don't care if it does damage as well.
Great. Do that for all of us, so we have them handy if we need to. Because we're expecting to run across there's potential to run across
Yep.
these aliens.
Yep.
They could be on the ground.
Already.
Filthy aliens.
Yeah. Whoever or whatever they look like.
Well, as players, we know who they are. But
Yeah. Some of us, not everyone. Yep.
that's assuming I've used them.
Yeah, that's
If you
right.
did notice, I did remove them from the aliens thing.
Yep. Yeah. Who knows? It could actually be another foreign government.
Yeah, you're setting. It might be something completely different.
Yeah. Oh, look, we're fighting Vulcans. Okay. So does Greg need to make a roll, or has he done it?
I think he has. Yeah.
Beautiful.
no-
Demolition.
And
Okay.
success 10.
Nice.
Yeah, look, I mean, he knocks up any amount of these things, and this explosive is not dangerous stuff. It's
Nice.
a nerd.
Okay.
Why did that
I'll take 2.
So
You rolled a D10.
I'm
Oh,
taking.
that's a repair. I think is that one of my older rolls? I don't remember
Oh,
rolling that
okay.
for this.
oh, okay. Well,
Smaller
you
roll.
can make me a repair roll then to
Yeah.
make a probably rolling double ones is not a good idea.
I also have a
Yeah.
mining skill, but that's only D4. But repair. Oh, loves to cobble things.
Yep.
Does this make some kind of explosive?
Oh, look, yeah,
Nice.
Yeah. you easily cobble together.
Okay.
Not any number of explosives. There's tons of the stuff here.
Nice. I'll take 2.
You
Michael
want
passed, I'm
grenades
not
which
driving.
are you want grenades which are sticky style, which might cling to alien foreheads or something.
Yep. Sticky style is great.
Make it double-sided tape makes it sticky style grenade.
As long as it's not going to stick to my hand once I release it.
Sticky.
No, most of these ones would be probably you'd throw it and
Yeah.
press a button.
Ah, yeah. Okay, throw it and have some sort of little timer on a band or something.
Yeah,
around
some
my...
sort of-
Sweet as.
Okay.
Cool.
You know,
I've got two.
And the timers have a minimum safe distance. You know, minimum time. You can't have them set to 0 or 1 or something.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Rightio. So we'll take off. I've got 2 of these explosives: the air rifle, me blade, and my brass knuckles. Hope I don't have to get that close. And I'll lead off. As I lead off, I'll just check in, test that my communications is all still working.
Okay, make me a common knowledge roll.
Certainly. Common knowledge roll. Yep.
Yeah, look, everything seems to be working. Communications seem to be working. And if you ride down the road and the convoy heads off, and you've got your motorbike, your jeep, and then the trucks, is that correct? Or
Yes.
is there 2 jeeps going?
1 jeep, I think.
One Jeep, but we got another motorbike in the back.
Yep.
And Michael and I
Yeah.
are in one Jeep in the truck.
Okay. Is who's in the jeep?
I'm driving, I believe, and Michael's a passenger with his brother.
Okay.
Right?
And so that means Greg and Gia are travelling in the trucks.
Unless they want to use the... Could they use another Gia or Greg? Do you drive a jeep? Can you drive a jeep?
Oh, I'm taking care of the wounded, making sure, I'm not
Okay.
worried.
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye out.
Greg could
Keeping
drive.
sure that-
Great job too. Keep it up.
Greg?
Well, there's Vasily who's driving the truck.
What about the other bodyguard?
She's with the band.
Oh, okay.
She's
Okay.
riding shotgun.
Well, Greg, could Greg not take another person from the mining company?
Yeah, one of them can drive the truck.
Well, I mean the jeep thing. Then Greg's there ready in case we need anything. Before the truck gets there, if we need to get him to repair or destroy something.
Okay, so Steve's taking point.
Yep, you cool.
On the motorbikes, there's Steve Austin and Michael are on the Jeep,
First one, yep.
and the rest are in the truck. Well, Greg and G are in the truck. That's all 5 of the player characters, and there's some other assorted people, unless they want to take out a second mining truck or something.
Yeah, no, one truck's probably enough to put everyone in.
Okay. And 50 kilometers an hour is not very fast. It doesn't, it works out to whatever it is, about 32 miles an hour.
It's a good speed to be noticing things as they come up.
Cautious.
Yeah, especially
Right.
considering you're going over rough terrain. There's not even
Yeah, most of the road is metalled rather than
Yep.
sealed.
Cool.
Yeah.
So as I
But
take
it's still
off,
a road.
I'll start using my notice skill. I'm taking it. That's what I need.
Move out.
Okay,
Okay.
you ride fairly uneventfully and travel fairly uneventfully for 3 hours.
Cool.
You do go past a few little farms and things where there's like little settlements that are too small to show on the map, and people. I mean, people come out and wave you down, of course, and say, what's going on and news and have you heard anything, and the usual stuff. But these are mostly farmers and stuff who, get off my land type people.
I say, get your pitchforks and your shotguns ready.
Run to your safe spaces.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep on moving forward. I'll just tell people that expect these people possibly on the side of the road.
Yeah, I mean, they're not threatening or
Yep.
anything. They're also wondering what's going on. They've already seen a big convoy of people go past anyway. The day before.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
or not the day before, but
A wee while ago.
The mine workers left.
yes, Yes, probably 30 hours before.
Yeah.
And you chug along through the day, and it only takes you 3 hours, and you arrive in the small town of Kuti.
So, Kuti, before we get there, I just want to do a nose check just to see if I can see anything untoward.
Kuti, where is that? In regards to Nova Kiev, is it to the east?
Good roll.
Kuti,
It is.
yeah,
It's here, Richard.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Right,
Oh, we're not far from Nova. Yeah, I'll make myself a notice roll as well. I'll keep an eye out, see what's going on.
My notice is low, so I'm trusting your notice.
Mine's
I'm just focusing on driving.
where am I? Notice 9 and a 5.
9's good. 4 is
Mine is
the
good.
target number.
So 77 k's to the next one.
Have we stopped and you guys are noticing? come out
Yeah,
and
I'm
look?
just waiting to see what he says.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, 11.
Beautiful.
So from Kuti, we've got around about a 200 kilometer trip. Yep. So what do we notice?
The next stop would be Staviansk.
Yep.
Which is a larger
Mhm.
city. It's a city rather than a town.
Okay. Are there any of the? So is anything untoward or anything unusual in the city, like a build up of?
It's a little town.
No, in Kuti, no, there isn't. It's it just looks like it's a sprawled out town,
Yeah.
maybe 15, 20,000 people, perhaps.
Okay.
But it's a low spread out town, but it just looks.
Can you give me a
Normal.
warning next time we approach the towns? Because as we get closer, I'm going to use my binoculars and check them out just to make sure there's nothing landed there untoward.
Yeah,
i.e. it's just
that'd be
humans
good.
as opposed to monkeys and something else.
Mm.
Okay, well, with your notice roll,
Yep.
you don't see anything. You see people doing things. You also you see people like packing stuff on the top of tying stuff onto the top of their hover cars and light trucks and things like that.
The refugee army is preparing to advance.
Well, I don't know. Which way are they going?
No, it looks like you're abandoning the town, no?
Well, some
possibly,
people are.
yeah.
Some people are leaving, but they might be going because they want to go. Who knows?
Yeah.
There isn't like a big trail of refugees
Right.
out. There is vehicles on the road though.
Okay.
If you stop at Kuti, and there'll be like a policeman or something there, and he'll sort of like you'll see like a cop on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm. I'll pull up to him.
Maybe we should talk.
Yep. I'll pull up to
Well,
him.
Oh, Jumper.
He says,
goes, Pull up
he's-
to him a bumper.
Yeah.
yeah. No, he sees that you're armed, but he's not.
Put
he's
my
not-
hands up
he's
as
not
in
too worried.
peace, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So just ask him what's happening. Apart from the obvious.
Oh well, he'll just tell you that that the militia's been put on call out. The police have been mobilised. So he wants to know what you're doing and
We've
and
got
where
a
you've come
okay.
from and
Rightio. So I'll tell him we've come from a mining concern further up the road in the valley. We've got a big truck.
He knows the place.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got a big truck
He
full
said, "I
of.
thought it." Yeah.
um,
Well, he'll say. Sorry, he'll
yeah.
say. Yeah. Well, I mean, we thought they'd pretty much evacuated the place.
We
but,
crashed nearby, but there's a truck coming with a whole lot of injured. Does this place have facilities for injured, or do we need to move into something a bit bigger?
No, he says there's a medical facility here.
Right, so we could drop
How
them
many
off.
is it?
Roughly 24.
He gets on his radio and calls it in and says, there's going to be expect casualties.
Yeah, I'll give them
from
a
a-
brief
from a
description
plane crash.
of the
Yep.
severities so they know what to expect. If there's anybody who can't be attended to here, we'll carry on with them to someplace out there that might have better medical stuff.
He will just say, well, is it further back down the road? And if it is, go down there, turn left, turn right, and you're at the medical. You can't miss it. It's got a
Okay.
red cross outside. Or something.
Rightio.
It says hospital on the front.
I'll communicate that to the rest of the group. I'll wait for the hovercraft to catch up with me.
I would imagine that wouldn't take too long, and we'd
Yeah.
all be right caught up
Yeah.
to you right now.
Yeah.
Not long.
Well, the truck's going to be a bit behind you, so I just talking to you two. What I'll do while I'm waiting is I'll just go up the road a little bit towards Staviansk and see what I can see there, and then come back while they're doing their thing.
Well, my suggestion is we talk to Gia and Greg and see how the injured are doing, and if we have the facilities, we leave as many of them as
Exactly.
we can here, and we move
That's some
forward
thought.
to Novi Kai.
Yeah. But I just thought I'd take a look at the road because I'm noticing there's more people on the road, and I don't.
Yep.
I just want to take a gander at what that looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Common
Well,
people would not stay in the countryside. They'd move to his biggest city and be refugees, move to as biggest cities out of the road as they could.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of humans will do that.
Yeah.
They'll try and gather together for
Protection,
Some
safety.
which works against
Some
them.
puppies will want to stay
But
put.
it actually could work against them and
Exactly.
make them an easier target.
Yeah. They're just
That might
gathering
follow,
nicely
yeah.
for a good attack. But anyway, I'll just I'll go along, make another notice check.
go ahead.
Nice.
Yep. So the road is as we sort of was described as expected. There's no military set up any ways to bar us or anything.
No, people. There is some traffic coming back this way
Okay.
because this is a town.
Yep.
But I mean, how far is it to Staviansk?
About 40,
About 100
100 and
no.
100 and something.
kilometres.
Yeah. Hang on a second.
Well, the road from
124.
Kuti to Staviansk is sealed.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll as I'm coming back, I'll be telling the hovercraft. Well, we've got a nice sealed road, but we've got a few people on it. Travel going in both directions. No military, as far as I could see, but only went a few k's out of town.
The road's sealed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy as.
Yeah, we're not out in the sticks here.
No.
This place has been a colony for a while. It's just that we were way out in the sticks for now.
In the original
Yeah.
part.
Yep. Well, no, you were in a mining place, so they're
Yeah.
not going to seal the road all the way out there.
No.
Maybe one day, but
Yeah.
this is in fact a sealed road.
What do you mean by
Staviansk
a
also.
sealed road? I don't get it.
Sorry, sealed road. Tarmac.
Paved?
Paved.
Sealed. What do you call it in the States? Bitumen,
Concrete.
Blacktop roads.
concrete. Probably some sort of concrete. Probably some
Yeah,
sort of
okay.
concrete.
It's
Okay,
okay, now I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's
Not
it's
dirt
a
road,
good,
not
clean,
gravel
like,
road,
3x3
it's sealed.
road.
Yes.
Sealed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was using our terminology, and
Yeah.
I didn't know you didn't have that.
The Kiwis understood you.
Bloody foreigners.
Okay, so
Yep.
paved road, basically, not gravel
Yep.
or dirt.
So nice and easy to travel on.
Clean road. Like
So-
freeway.
How many do we get to drop off all of the here, or do we need to have someone come into something better?
Look, the medical facilities here can look after probably all your wounded.
Cool.
Bit crowded, but they can do it.
Just out of curiosity, GM, now I'm a pilot and I probably make this flight all the time. Do I have an apartment or anything in this city that I'm going to? Is this
Yeah,
like-
Nova Kiev, you do. I think Greg does as well.
Okay, so Nova Kiev is a pretty good city, so I would have supplies and gear there. I can get to my apartment.
Yeah,
Greg
So
was
I would-
attached to a mining camp. He probably didn't have an apartment in the city.
he's got a girlfriend there.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
All right.
We
Yes.
would have actually had probably had hotel bookings, Brian, or maybe corporate accommodation available, or something like that.
That is correct, and also the road crew, if you would, and the sound technicians were there setting up. Would gone ahead anyway to set up all the
Equipment.
the equipment and what have you. Yes.
Well, my character would definitely be motivated to go home, make sure his girlfriend's okay, get his equipment, see what he has, and see what he could do to help humanity. You know?
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
back on the road, guys.
Okay.
On the road again.
Did we drop
Yeah.
off people? Wait a minute.
Yep, yep.
Just you can all make me a vigor roll.
Figure roll.
Yeah, because you haven't had any sleep for like 24 hours
Fair enough.
plus.
Ooh.
5 and a 5.
Oh,
Steve, you're needing to sleep there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not driving anymore. I'm going to be passing out. I'm not in good shape. Someone else is going to have to drive.
Yeah.
my
Michael.
Yeah, you guys are all, you know, a 4, even a 4 is you can barely keep your eyes open.
I would be used to this. What?
I'm just shocked.
Yeah, you are, but you're still pretty tired.
Oh,
Okay, well,
And-
how many people can fit in the Jeep?
4.
4.
well, you also have a motorcycle in the back of the Jeep, though, too.
On the back in the cargo deck area, probably.
Yeah,
That's
probably not.
Probably not. Oh, okay.
I saw us prop the motorcycle in the back seat of this open Jeep.
Okay.
And
Oh, you could do that. You could do that, but then you couldn't put people in.
Yeah, which is what the next thing is. Just going to pop those 2 people in the back of that. Well, if someone wants to hop on the back of the motorcycle and just hold on tight with
Why,
me,
when you can sit on a car?
well, because we don't have room, we have to get rid of the other motorcycle.
No, we
You
still
got-
have a truck.
Yeah, we've got trucks.
Do you want to take a mining truck all the way to Nova Kiev?
Why not?
When you can go twice that speed.
Yeah. Get there real quick.
Where is
We're
that?
tired, though, too. I think we could the one motorcycle.
Andrew, off at,
Ryan, my
Yes.
priority is to actually be with the band.
Yes.
Like these are like unofficially, this is my party, but officially, I'm security for this band. So whatever
You could
these
be a-
people want to do, that's fine. But I will be with the band, wherever the band is. If that's on the truck, because there's not enough room in vehicles, that's where I will be. Because that's my job.
That's where they would be, too.
Okay. One of the NPCs says. Then in that case, Richard says, the fixer type PR assistant guy says, why don't we just hire a car or a van?
Well, there you go.
He will. They can do that. You can acquire a hire vehicle.
Cool.
Hell, you could buy one.
Well, they could. It's not me. I'm not. But the management can, I'm sure, can give
So-
them funds to sort that out.
Okay, so you were with them. Greg, you jumping in the driver's seat of the hovercraft?
Well, one's sleeping. I can't drive. I'm
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get some sleep.
If you're tired, you can jump in with the hire vehicle with the band. We'll make sure it's got spare seats.
The only problem is everyone is tired. Some are more tired than others.
But I thought Greg and I could keep going because we got over a 4.
I said a 4 wasn't enough.
Yeah, but
Is
both
it-
Greg and I
Yeah,
got a
right.
5.
Can the management hire like a small bus or something, Brian? Then we can just have people that are tired can come in the van on the bus with us and just crash and sleep while we go and heading into the city.
You can make me a roll for it, Richard. Just roll me on. I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
because I'd have to have access to the character, and I don't need to.
Oh.
Small bus, no. Small van, not available. And no, but an actual bus is available.
Oh, okay. We'll take a bus then.
And
A bit more than what we need, but that'll do.
it even comes with a driver.
Great.
Oh, sweet. We can all come and crash out in the bus who want to.
Pass out cold.
Yeah, okay.
That, by the way, that is basically what your little hovercraft looks like.
Yeah. Cool. Nice.
Right? Your little hover jeep.
So do we leave
And-
the motorcycles behind to get on the bus?
I'm still on the. I'm still awake
Yeah,
enough.
If you had a bus, I mean, you could chuck the motorbike in if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
You got 2 motorbikes. You could chuck them in the back of the bus,
Yep.
like in the cargo compartment of the bus.
Motorbikes in the bus just in
This is a
case.
bus that can take like 50 people. Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if someone wants to take one of the hover vehicles, that would be cool as well. But only if they can stay awake to drive it.
Well, Greg and I can stay awake. So
I can't.
It'd be
I
nice
need
to have
to
both of them for the group.
yeah. So Greg and I are happy to be. Is Greg's happy to be in the hover vehicle with me?
Well, you probably want to
Okay.
have each of you in a hover vehicle so you can grab both.
We've only got one. We only bought one.
Oh, didn't we bring both? I
No,
thought we brought
bought both motorcycles and one hover vehicle.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll if Greg's happy to be in there with me, I'll load in the other bike and we'll take on to the hover vehicle and lead in the front.
Okay. Well, this is a road bus, so it can travel along at any sort of club.
Cool. Well,
Um,
and we've got paved, sealed, whatever we call it, roads, so the hover vehicle's not going to have much struggle there. Yep. So we'll just lead ahead. They're all asleep for a wee bit, huh? And Greg and I, when one of us decides we need to sleep, we can sleep. So Greg, if you want to sleep first, and then I'll wake you up, and if we're still on the road,
it's only
you can.
it's only like
A couple of hours.
what 2 hours tops to the next
Yeah.
town.
All right.
Not to the next to Stabby Yanks.
Yeah.
You're on a paved road, better road.
I'll sleep first and
Yep.
pay attention. There's going to be stellar role playing here. Stellar.
Okie dokie. Okay, I'll lead off. Just paying attention to as the landscape changes, as in like people, military activity, all that sort of stuff. Paying attention to any damage. Do this enemy follow standard sort of thing about you hit the heaviest populated places the most because that's the easiest target, what sort of thing. So just looking for all that sort of stuff as we travel through.
Hey, and the rest of the people are on the bus.
Yep.
Enjoying a
Good morning.
a light snack and sleep.
Right. And I got a 16 for any details.
Okay, what you notice as you drive along is you notice that there's that you're driving along and you see it's daylight still, so you probably wouldn't see that. Okay, you don't see that because it's daylight. You are riding along. Are you going to just go straight to Stavians? Any stops on the way? Like the bus has toilet facilities.
So they don't have to stop. So I'm hopefully staying in communication with the bus via someone, whether it's the driver or someone who's still awake, so that if anything changes, either side can tell the other side.
I tell you what, because we're on the bus, I'll lend you my throat mic, and me and Kasha can just share hers, depending on who's keeping an eye on the band.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so we've got that going. So we will just continue until the situation changes. As in, if we need to stop for any reason, or we need to divert for any reason, or speed up, depending on which is the best option at the time.
Okay, you get maybe 15-20 kilometres out of town, and you notice something with that 16 roll.
Yep.
Actually, you notice it with the 5 roll.
Cool.
The ground starts shaking
Oh shit. Okay.
quite severely.
Jake.
Rightio, we'll pull over. Well, the hovercraft won't be. The bus will probably be more affected.
Then you hear a. It's not like a massive earthquake, but there's certainly a shudder goes through the ground, and then you hear a like an explosion.
Right.
And if you look over your back to the way you came, you see a cloud of smoke and dust rising in the air.
Holy cow!
Particularly mushroom shaped.
Yeah, but with less roiling of fire
Right.
and lightning.
Okay.
It's
Oh, is that Cootie?
I'll check on the bus. Are you guys okay on the road? And did you have any impact on you? Because in the hover vehicle
Yes.
we wouldn't have felt
Me and
much.
Ash will take turns keeping an eye on the van. We won't both sleep at the same time. That's okay, Brian. You can decide
Okay.
which one of us is awake at the
the
time.
the driver of the bus kind of like it shudders a bit, but he's used to driving, with earthquakes and stuff. But he does pull over and stop.
I just waiting to hear back from you guys. What's happening?
But it was more of it wasn't a. Well, actually, is there anyone here who would be experienced with earthquakes, like really experienced with them?
As in being in one, yes, but that's most Kiwis. Or
Yes,
you talking about
I know that, but I'm
characters?
talking about characters.
Characters.
Yes, my character, because he's from New Zealand.
Yeah, he would be.
Yeah, okay. Make me a vigor roll to see if you're awake or asleep.
Okay.
He's awake.
You're awake.
Okay.
It was like one short, sharp bang, and then a couple of like aftershocks.
So I do think it was an earthquake rather than some sort of kinetic strike or something like that.
No, you think it's something like that?
Okay. So they're using. They are using.
Mass driver.
So I think they're dropping rocks as opposed to a nuke. It was a kinetic strike.
Yeah, you got no
I don't know
flash.
about that stuff.
Yeah, you got no flash.
Okay.
Humans don't use nukes in war anymore because it almost wiped them out 300 years ago.
I may have seen kinetic strikes though before being dropped back when I was in the military.
Certainly seems that way to you.
Okay.
Problem is
Do we
shockwaves.
notice I look around after having seen that one back there. Do I see any others in other directions? In the direction we're heading, like off in the distance, and I'll use my binoculars to peer as far forward as I can towards other towns.
Make me a notice roll, and you can add +2 to it.
Okay. Okay, I'll give that a temporary, and then I'll take it away after I've rolled it.
Yep.
Did that roll? Yeah, there we go.
Good
And then
job.
I'll take it away.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. I'll talk to you up ahead, and I'll talk to people in the bus. We're going to need to find somewhere else to go. What I saw behind us was what looks to me like a kinetic strike.
Shit.
A rock drop from water, and I used my binoculars, and I saw what I think was the same thing ahead of us. So I'm guessing that all the major towns on this planet have just been struck.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So-
There goes my refugee idea.
Yeah.
We'll be safe in the city.
No, that's why it can backfire.
There's more people.
Yeah. And that means they'll
more
work their
people.
way out to smaller
Okay.
civilizations.
How far ahead of the bus are you? Not that far, are you?
I would have stayed with the standard half a kilometre.
Oh, okay. All right. Your radio goes, yes.
What about
It's all all you can hear is static.
what about the electrics in the hover vehicle?
Try turning it on.
I do.
Yeah. It sort of goes.
Okay, now
Okay.
That's more than a kinetic strike. That's nuclear.
yeah, or they've had some EMP with it.
Or some type of EMP weapon.
Yeah, as well, which they can do above ground, just above the place. And,
Yeah, kinetics don't do anything like that.
No.
It's either nuclear or an EMP weapon of some
Yeah,
type.
yeah. But what about the motorcycle? Does that work?
Now, it wasn't running, was it? So
No.
it does.
Okay, I tell Greg, get on the back. We're heading back. Actually, I've got two. He can use one. So we've got both of them.
No, one was stuck on the bus, I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, one was on the bus.
Okay, get on the back, Greg.
It's only-
he said
it's only-
the bus
yeah.
Yeah.
pulled over. He chose to pull over. He wasn't forced to pull over.
Yeah, he pulled over just because the road was sort of heaved under him a bit.
That's cool. Then it means our vehicle's still going.
Yep. Well, so we'll go at a good speed, but not dangerous, to get back in a couple of minutes.
You're only half a kilometre away,
Yep.
so you can make that pretty quick.
Yep. I just get back and just check out. Also, I want to make a because this is all a matter of minutes. Is there any shockwave happening from this massive strike?
Does seem a bit brighter way up in the sky.
Right. Okay.
But, you know, the sun's sort of up. Suns, I should say. And it does seem quite bright.
No Aurora.
Oh, damn.
Okay, well, I will get back to the bus and say obviously the radio's dead, and I'll just and since I do have electronics at a good level, I'll say probably EMP.
Brian, is hunting a thing on this planet as a touristy type thing?
Hunting.
Yeah.
Well, you know what humans are like. They like shooting animals, so...
Yeah.
'Cause I've got a wrist comp. I'm going to look on it and see if I can find out any information about hunting lodges around this area, because we're going to need some place to hole up.
Hunting,
I don't want to go to a town. I want to go somewhere where there's
Prefer-
accommodation, like a lodge.
preferably off to the northwest if we can. It's near a water source. Mind you.
So what was that? I got backed up because I wasn't here. Was that Kive? I had to Novi Kive that?
We don't know. Something's happened ahead of us. Whether it's
It's ahead of us.
Staviansk or Novikov, we don't know. We'll
All the major settlements, I think, have been struck by either nuclear or kinetic strike, because I basically use my binoculars and to have a good look around. And I
Hey,
could see
Rich, can you make me a vigor roll at -2?
Okay.
Oh, me?
No, me.
No, just Richard and
Yeah.
one other.
Okay.
Which
There you go. I applied a temporary -2 to my character to do that.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Okay, your eyesight goes fuzzy,
Yeah.
and you definitely feel you definitely think like there's something wrong here.
Oh shit.
Oh, I think the electromagnetic protection of the planet has gone in the vicinity of this explosion.
yeehaw. Radiation, here we come.
That's what's it.
If you glow
That's
tonight,
what it
folks, don't worry. It'll be over quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
avoid
Oh,
looking at the sky.
that would have affected Kasha possibly as well then.
It did. It did. She goes to walk and her leg buckles out from underneath her, and she sort of like catches herself. It goes.
I'll
Okay,
look at
that's-
it and I'll just go, yeah, me too.
What's happening?
Oh, because you guys got bionics or electronics.
Cyber.
I'm cybered up the wazoo, and I felt it.
You certainly did, but you do have some shielding, but it was quite a strong pulse, and it was. Look, you someone make me a smarts roll. You can all make me a smarts roll. You've been around.
I have some shielding because it's military
9.
stuff, but still, nukes are not something we're used to anymore.
Okay.
Most between you work out there was probably an EMP nuke set off, or maybe more than one set off in the atmosphere.
Yeah. Okay, so they didn't actually strike the ground with So use kinetics on that and just try to take out electronics with this
Some sort of EMP
EMP
blast
weapon.
or burst, yeah.
Oh, they're going to be coming down here pretty shortly now that they knocked
Well,
out
now
the
that they
EMP.
think they've blasted everyone back to the Stone Age.
Yeah, they're going to come down.
might
on point.
There won't be a shortage of small arms shortly. You're just going to have to take them off an alien.
Yeah. So,
Right, well, if you fire up the bus, it does actually go.
Yay.
Being slightly larger, funny enough, and the construction, it kind of acts like a Faraday cage, effectively, for the internal electronics. So, contrary to popular belief, most nukes EMP blasts don't knock out all vehicles.
but it did knock out the hover vehicle.
Yes, it did.
And the bike, what about the bike?
Bike's okay. Well, my one is okay. The one I've been using is okay. I don't know about the one.
The other one's probably okay because it was in the bus.
Right.
But
Cool.
we don't know for sure until we try it.
Yep. And we're definitely going to need 2 outriders now from now on.
You'll also notice that any communication with the local internet gone.
Yeah. What's the range of a? Because if we've got my porta comp wasn't on, so if I connect my comp up to his, like as in LAN but wireless, what's the range on that?
I don't know. You tell me. But I'll say a kilometre.
Cool. Well, we've still got at the moment, unless they do some more blasts, we've got that as a communication type.
They wouldn't have much range themselves because those sort of things would be connect to a repeater station normally, just like we do with
Cell
cell
phones.
phones now.
Yeah, but if all that's been taken out, we've just got whatever the porta comps can actually power up on.
Yeah, we'd be able to stay in contact with each other fine for if we're reasonably close to each other. But like you said, it's a kilometre, is not more than that. And then there's the throat mics. There's 2 of them.
I was wearing one of them, and it's dead. It got hit by the blast.
Is it dead, Brian? Because it would have been hardened somewhat as well.
Okay, well, all I got was static.
You've got an engineer there. You could get him to have a look.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll hand it over to Greg.
That could have just been the blast though that did that.
Right. Okay. Greg.
Throat mics got problems.
Yeah.
Well, we want you to check it out.
Back to the sheet. Is there a quick command to open your sheet to get to the dice rolls? Still repair. Here we go.
You just click on whatever the topic is, whatever you're doing. Just hit the button and you click on it. Easy.
9.
Oh, and each thing has a re-roll button too. Okay.
Yeah. But you just done a 9. That's fine. Yeah. Look, he tinkers it round and it just got scrambled, and he sort of he's probably getting his gears got like a little some sort of electronic sensor, and he's got he's an engineer. He's got this type of stuff. He tinkers away with it and sort of gets it going, but it is very staticky.
Yeah, well, it's understandable.
Static's fine. Yeah.
Well, at least it's working. I'll leave it with you if you want to stay on the bike and right up ahead.
Cool. Which way are we going to go? Now, the bike, of course, can go off-road. See, the bus can't.
I'm checking up on my porta comp to see if I can find out any information about and others might want to look as well.
Yeah,
for hunting lodges, all that sort of stuff.
Unfortunately, you can't connect to the local net.
No, you can't.
Internet crashed. The internet crashed, so we don't have that.
Okay.
Yeah, unless we had it downloaded.
As I've been on the planet, would that have been something that, previous to this moment, I would have actually looked at in the first place? Because it's to do with my overall mission.
I tell you what, if you make me a notice roll that with a raise, you might get some. You might remember something or get some information.
Here we go.
Oh,
is that enough? Because I've also got alertness, which gives me a +2.
We'll keep him on.
Okay, I changed my mind. If you do a notice roll with 4 raises, you might.
Sure. Do you want me to roll again?
No. No. It's all good. It's all good.
Yep.
Pulled it out. I'm not going to argue with that. Yeah, well, there is a spa that you know of,
Okay.
and on the bus there's like a brochure.
Yep. I'll chuck them the brochure. I'll pull out and chuck them the brochure and say, I remember this place being fairly remote.
You're sitting there and you're going, now I seem to remember something, and while you're staying it, you're looking at the brochure and goes, that's it.
Yep.
And there's like a brochure or something, and it says that there's a spa, with like a health retreat / spa, near the town of Brov.
Brov. Okay, guys, to the south of us. If everyone's looking down there.
Yeah.
Oh, need the right thing.
Yeah, and that's like a spa town, because there's actually like a lot of active, seismically active there, and there's volcanically active as well.
Is this forest over here?
That is forest.
Perfect. Because if we ever need to leave Brov, we've got some good cover over here. So, do you want to make it down to Brov?
Greg asked why we're going to Brov.
I would too after I woke up. I said, what's going on? Because I was out cold with my double ones.
Okay, well...
I thought I felt something.
What you did. The earth moved several times.
Shit.
Well, we'll explain it to them.
Cities are being bombed, but why are we going to Brov?
It's out of the way.
Oh, okay. Lots of towns are out of the way. They might be used to, they might be.
Well, the major cities are targets, so we can't go there, right?
Yeah. Well, I kind of think that Koti, whatever it was, the one behind us, was also a target, because that's where one of the clouds come up from.
Yeah.
Okay. While you're talking, to the east, to the southeast, there's a really bright flash.
Yep. Don't look.
And I don't know, as bright as the sun, and
H-bomb.
And then
you remember the other side of the bus?
Sometime after that, there is you get the sound
and the wind.
Not a huge amount of wind at this range, but you get the rumbling sound.
Okay. Probably the radiation's already past us, but as we see the light, if the two cybernetic people aren't in the bus, I tell them to get in the bus as quick as they can if it acts like a Faraday cage. I'm just getting around the other side, just in case there's any debris.
Southeast.
Yeah, near Brov. Or Belgori. Belagori.
Yeah, no snapping. Here we go.
Sorry, Jen, can we just hear what Jen have to say?
We still have the injured NPC?
No,
you left them at the hospital.
Which which may very well be a crater.
And now they're rock dust.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay. Sure.
They're primitives. They're throwing stones at us.
Yeah, how small does the settlement have to be before they will stop bombing it?
Yeah.
They decide not to bomb it.
Yeah.
This stuff. Will we have to go cross country to a place like Brov? Will Brov be bombed?
Well,
used to be out of the way.
We're kind of getting pigeonholed here on usable roads. Because we don't know.
Those are like the main road, and you see there's a rail link from a monorail link from Stavienx to Belgori.
Yeah. So if it hasn't happened in Stavienx yet, it's going to happen soon. Are we going to be able to get past Stavienx and get down that road to get down to Brov or not? I don't know, but that's where we need more cross-country hovercraft type things. Greg.
Yeah, changing the bus. What the hell is that about? Why do we hire the bus and driver? Because that only works on roads.
Well, we thought we were going to make a safe trip to Novi Kaiv on freeway ground, and we were just heading in. We wanted to get to the main city, to our loved ones and our businesses.
The bus will get us so far, but the roads are probably going to be out.
One good thing here is a lot of vehicles here are quite well shielded, just due to the amount of radiation from the planet.
I reckon we need to get back to our hovercraft and see if Greg can't fix it so we can get that up again. And at least we've got more mobility. As the bus has gone along and as we've been in front of, were there any tiny little settlements that we've passed?
Yes, there have been like any number.
Okay, so my suggestion is to Michael that what it might be in his best interest, since the big cities seem to be hit, and it sounds like, or looks like the others are going to be hit, that why doesn't he secrete his girl band at one of these small out of the way settlements, and then we head on and try to find some more information, because I doubt they're going to hit those from the sky. They're just dots, little tiny dots.
Yeah, tiny, like.
And they may very well have vehicles we can use, like off-road vehicles or hover vehicles or something.
So we should try to go to the tiny dot called Milne.
Well, that could be a possibility, but we need to get these because Michael's already said
that is a town of like. That is actually a town.
That's
there
not going to be good.
Villages and hamlets.
It's going to be wiped out, I'd say. But I just remember Michael before saying that he's not going to leave the girls behind, so he could leave them with his friend, his other person, and then he could be.
It would be good to have her with us as well, because she's very skilled at what I do as well.
Okay, I just thought you wanted one of them to be with your patrons or something.
Where were you thinking of leaving them? Sorry, I was just replying to a message from somebody.
Apparently we've passed a whole little tiny settlements that branch off from the main road, which would be accessible by the bus, and they are, but it seems they would be too small to be targeted at the moment. Might be a safe space for them.
That would be safe for us also. So, like, yes, we could leave them there, but why would we separate? That's a thing.
Because we don't have any vehicles that can get us anywhere else apart from this road, when the roading system is getting worse and smaller. We need more off-road vehicles, which we might be able to pick up in these small settlements.
I think we just need to get our hands on some kind of ATV.
What do we plan on doing? Because, like, yes, all these big towns have been struck. Yes, we want to go somewhere. But what do we want to actually do? And therefore, why would we want to separate from these other people? Because, like, where are we going if we're separating? And for what purpose?
Well, Yuko is all about keeping on the move. It's a much harder target to hit. And while we're moving, we've got a chance to find out more information. That's what his thinking is.
You're not going to want to separate from your band.
Well, I don't see the purpose of moving around, and the point of that, it actually means that we are more likely to be found. Depends on if you want to move around. Like, are you stating that we have a mission? Like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying we have a mission to scout out the enemy.
No.
And if so, who are we going to report this information to?
I'm not reporting to anyone. Yuko is all about just being on the move. It's harder to hit a target that's moving. That's his whole philosophy.
If we're in a smaller place, I don't think we're going to get hit. We'll be one of the last places.
Exactly, and that's Yuko's thing. They'll eventually come for us. It's a time game then. We're just making it the last place to be hit.
Okay, if we want to stay mobile, we need camping gear. We need the ability to feed and water ourselves. We need equipment that can do all this. So, unless we can get this, I don't think that's a good idea.
Apart from food, Yuko is fine to do that.
Because otherwise, we will have to keep coming back to this place to be able to feed and water ourselves. And I just think, what's the point of leaving if we're going to have to come back every day to eat? Unless we can get a large amount of food to take with us, we can get tents, we can get sleeping bags, more weapons will be good, all these sort of things. Otherwise, we're just wandering around in the wops in a vehicle with no way of looking after ourselves, and I just don't see the point.
Well, that's where you guys are different. Sorry, Jen.
We're going to need gas if we're going to be moving around too.
All that sort of stuff, resources, yes, of various kinds.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you people are city folk. You people are city folk. Yuko isn't city folk. He's used to being out there in the rough.
So am I.
Yeah, well, he sees the point in being mobile, and if we do encounter the enemy, we try to, as best as possible, encounter them on our own best terms, unless you're intending to make some sort of defensive point.
Well, I would be. Steve Austin would be of the argument. He would agree with Michael. We need to settle somewhere, and he wants to get on the offensive and get inside of a fighter of some kind and help or get in contact with the forces. What can we do to actually fight back?
That I agree with. Getting ourselves resources, getting a plan of what we're going to do, finding a place to hole up, getting the means to be able to feed and water ourselves, hopefully, and feed and water more people if we find other people that are looking to strike back at these aliens. And then it would be good to try and get in contact with any of the military that's left.
There's another bright flash to the east.
I'd say you could discount those military.
Yeah,
Jesus
well,
Christ.
Sorry, to the
may
east.
have-
I meant to the west.
To the west.
they
Yep.
may
To the
have
west.
distributed-
Yeah, they're all to the west. So
They
I
may-
imagine all those major. We're exactly where we are right now.
We are somewhere along the road along here.
Right here.
A very
Oh.
short way across, more
Yeah.
like here.
Was there a bright flash that hit Staviansk?
Well, that's what we saw ahead of us. We were just a short way along, more like
Mm.
here.
Yeah, I had a good look. Like I basically have times
Was
50
Novi
binoculars
Kiev?
inside my head.
Staviansk got blasted. Bolagori's probably got blasted, and Novi Kiev is probably the next blast. All those big cities are going to get hit.
Yeah.
They're all getting taken out.
Anything
So,
that's a little hamlet will be fine because they won't waste it on that. But
for a while.
no, I don't think they'll go and clear those out by foot.
I think
don't
once
they'll
they,
waste a
I
rock on
think
it.
you're looking at like Independence Day. Once these big cities are taken down, they're going to come down for the people to feast on us, man, or to shoot or kill them. They're vicious. We don't know what we're dealing with. We're obviously dealing with hostile aliens, and I agree. I hear both points of view, but I think I agree with Michael about we have to get resources to fight back. We have to find out where the cavalry is. Where are people hiding out that are willing to?
And how do you
Beyond
intend to do this when we don't have long-range communication ability? The only way we do know how to do that is by going there and finding out.
Well, if we were going to go mobile, well, that's moving around anyway. So what's the harm of moving somewhere to find something out?
That was my...
Well, what's your idea?
You,
Where
you,
we
you
going
guys
at?
were saying settle and stay. I'm saying no, don't settle and stay. You're just waiting for the enemy to come to you.
Well, I disagree with that. I want to find somewhere where I can hole up, maybe an abandoned mine. I don't see the point in staying mobile because you're not going. What are you going to do? We've only got so much ammunition. We're going to have to get resources from somewhere. And, if we
And the
get
more you
resources from
move, the
somewhere-
greater chance you
gonna
have
need
of
to store
finding
it.
those resources.
well,
Well, first, why don't we
Sorry.
see? Why don't we just
I
look for
disagree.
resources?
But you're not going to find them parked on the side of the road.
no, I
No,
realise that. We're
need
going to have
cut
to look
off
for a
the
place to
road
hole up.
We can't go forward on the road because we're pretty sure.
we don't know. So I'm quite happy to go forward on the bike to Staviansk or close to see what the situation there is. Because we're only
Let's move.
well.
Move forward.
At,
Let's move
but the
forward
thing
with what we
is, you don't want to put in danger the people on the bus that aren't military or PCs, I'm assuming. So
Well, either way,
my original
it's
suggestion
still-
was
we're all-
they might be
yeah.
safe in those little places. But I'm happy to go
well-
ahead.
Well, apart from the management people that'll all go going, oh,
Hmm.
and oh my God, what are we going to do? Because they're out of their depth. At least one of the band member girls, the lead guitarist, as it happens, she says, "Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I wouldn't mind a gun."
Yes, I can understand that. We've got that's one of the things we need.
Guns.
We need to find, and like when I say hole up. I'm not saying we just park up on the side of the road. We need to find some that we consider to be secure and out of the way, so we can hole up. Then we need to try and get weapons or ammunition, water supply, food supply, camping gear, medical stuff, and be able to take it there. And yes, it means that we're actually going to have to move around to do that. When I say hole up, I don't mean I'm going to look for the nearest hole right now and stay there forever. That's pretty obviously not a good idea. So that's not an argument. What I'm saying is we need to go and find a place, and then we need to go and look around and find the things that I talked about and take them there. And then we can start thinking about finding out what these aliens are up to when we've got the means to actually take something to them, other than just my submachine gun and 6 magazines and the handgun and 3 magazines, because that's just going to get us killed. That's my opinion. People are allowed different opinions, but yeah, it's going to have some logic to it if I'm going to go along with it.
The longer we wait...
Okay, Steve said he's going to... Steve.
Which Steve?
Not Steve. No, I'm thinking characters.
Yuko.
Yuko said he's going to ride towards...
Happy to.
Towards Staviansk and see what he can see.
I'll come with you. I'll grab that
second bike?
Throat bike. Oh, I'm going to grab the throat bike. And I'll grab the other bike as well, because I don't have... The thing is, I have binoculars in my head. I don't actually have to go right up close.
Cool.
And to have a look at it. So I would like to go and have a look at it from a safe distance and see what's going on.
Are you bringing the guard dog?
No, Brian might want to bring the guard dog.
Okay.
Because the dog's in his room.
All good.
Yes. Not anymore.
Okie dokie.
Right. Well, if you grab a couple of bikes and ride.
Yep.
You've got a gun, I assume.
I do.
Cool.
I've got the Strucker.
Oh, that's right. Cool. We can go off and have a look.
Where do we want those? But do we want those people to, like, in the bus, head back to the first small settlement off the road? So they're not just sitting on the side of the road waiting for whatever happens to come along?
Yeah, that would be preferable. If they go somewhere that we're aware of, they can actually sort of hole up somewhere. Somewhere really small that's not going to get struck.
Where we can hide the bus off the side of the road.
Yeah, the bus,
that'll be good.
The bus is a big object.
Yeah, you can't really hide that.
What, like Smilne? Or...
Oh, no. Like, something along here. Sorry,
yeah.
I need to get to the...
Like on the actual road.
Yeah, something on the road that just comes off the road on either side. But, yeah.
By the way, there's absolutely no silent letters in Russian, so it'd be Smilne.
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 Okay.
File now.
Right. Well, you if you drive, even just down the road a bit, you'll find a small, maybe 5 kilometres down the road, you find a small hamlet of maybe 20 or 30 houses that's got like a convenience store and
is it
and a fuel recharging station, and that's about it.
And it's off. Gun shop would be great. Is it off the road though?
Well, near. Not really, but if it is, it's just off the road.
Yeah,
they're built along the highway.
Yeah, all of them. I like that.
Yeah. Well, it's small, so it's not likely to be robbed.
Yeah. It is small.
Okay.
You're going to be able to get the perfect place.
No. Wasn't looking for the perfect.
Spending a lot of time looking.
Just trying to maximise. Sorry.
Hardware store or gun shop?
Now this is too small for that.
Liquor store.
Too small for that.
Liquor store? I mean, no, but Molotov cocktails. No, Molotov cocktails. Yeah.
They've got. Like I say, there's a convenience store and a like a recharging place, hydrogen recharging place.
Hydrogen.
Cracker.
Come on, Greg.
You want me to do something here?
Yeah, make our own hydrogen bomb. No, joking. I know it's not made of hydrogen. Okay, well, we'll drop them off if that's where they're happy to be, and we'll just go as quick as we can, as close as we can.
Okay, as you get closer to, so it's only like half an hour on the bikes at
Yep.
a reasonable clip. It's only like what, 3/4 of an hour, half an hour, something like that.
All right.
So it's fairly easy riding, but you see smoke. Definitely see smoke from Stavians.
Yep. All right. We'll keep going until we can get some sort of visual on the city itself.
Yeah. Okay. You sort of, when you get close enough to actually see the city, it hasn't been nuked, but it definitely has had a kinetic strike. There's fires. There's like massive damage in the central city, and the rail yard, the main infrastructure junction has been taken out.
So that would tell me that there is a lot of intelligence in this alien race. They understand, well, potentially they understand those sort of things, you know, the superstructure of things.
Yep. And
so we're not dealing with a totally alien mind.
Just outside the town,
yeah,
there was a sign that had welcome, we celebrate the opening of the new Staviansk power rectenna array, and there's like a billboard type thing, and over sort of a few miles behind that you see a big smoking crater.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But hit the power supply.
Okay. Well, I'll just roll a notice to see if I can pick up anything else.
Did you just roll that?
Yeah, 11 and 12. No, the 15 was for the other thing.
You're rolling ridiculous numbers here.
Sorry.
You kick math on rolling, eh?
Yeah.
Just using my abilities.
Exploding.
Do you see anything else? Yeah, you see a lot of people streaming out of the city on some on vehicles and some on foot, carrying children, clothes, like gear. It's your classic refugees.
Cool. So I'll turn to Michael and say, okay, now's the time to hit. If we're going to go in and get supplies, particularly guns and ammo, now's the time to get into whatever we can get into, grab whatever we can and get the hell out of there. While there's this confusion, because it's not likely they're going to hit the same place the second time.
Yeah. Once they get organised, we won't have a shit show again.
No, now's the best time.
Very hard and dangerous.
Yeah.
We need to try and get a hold of a vehicle and find some gun shops,
well,
hunting shops, camping shops, all that sort of stuff.
Well, that's the thing about a kinetic strike. Doesn't it leave like a crater and all your downtown stores are flat and you got to go to the suburbs?
That's what I'm hoping we can.
Yuri Marts or whatever.
Yeah, Yuri Marts. Yeah.
Just because it flattens the stores don't mean the guns underneath the rubble aren't still good.
Yeah, so
we need to get back into range very briefly and let the others know, or we might want to get other people so we can actually pack up.
How are they going to get here?
Plus,
there's too much of it.
It would take much of a guess to figure out that most people in that city are probably, not so much that. Well, certainly in the central areas, but they'll be one, in shock. Two, there'll be injuries. There'll be people trying to find family members. There'll be nothing happening there for days, probably.
Unless the aliens decide to come in quick and we don't know about them. We know what the humans might do, but we don't know what the aliens do. I'd say go in now. Just get whatever we can get. If we can find a bigger vehicle, we'll chuck the bikes on the back with anything else we can get. We'll get food, water.
If you wait here, I'm just going to go back into range and let Cash know what we're up to.
Right.
And then I'll zap back to you, and then we can go and find. If you want,
I'm going to do another search. Yep.
I'm going to go right back. It won't take me long. I'm going to grab her throat mic so I can give it to you.
Okay.
So we can stay in touch.
Well, I still have the communicator. Oh no, the communicator of the wasn't turned on because I was wearing the throat mic. I've got the mining company communicator.
I'll get back to.
Yes, you do. You
And
do.
You have a device for chatting so I can keep in contact with you?
Yeah,
Now?
I'm assuming mine's got a good range on it. It's a bit bigger.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm just going to get back into range and just let Cash
Right.
what's
Okay.
going on,
Okay.
and then I'll get
Okay.
back.
With a bit of static, she'll acknowledge that and just say that they've hunkered down. With the local natives.
I'm just making, while he's doing that, I'm going to try to make another nose check to see if I can pick anything out that might be more obvious for what we're looking for: food, water, or weapons.
Not from this range. You're not just seeing buildings.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to say, well, they look like apartments, they look like shops. I don't know what they're going to be of,
Yeah.
but that's the sort of degree I'm looking.
Remember, pretty much everything is 1 to 2 stories.
Ah, of
A
course.
very odd third story.
I'll look for
3-story
signboards, things that are
Yeah.
advertising things quite close by, okay? So, I probably am not going to get much.
Yeah.
Nah, only an 11 or a 7. Probably not.
Are our characters still tired, or did we have enough time to sleep?
Well, it's the
Mm.
start of a sunrise on the road to Stav Yanks. The sun must have risen by now. We must be in the hours. New 61-hour
That's
cycle.
a fair point.
It's probably getting through the
But I did have a bit of a nap on the bus.
And I'm just working on adrenaline. But I'm happy to make another vigor roll if you want me to suddenly fall asleep.
No, you can make me another bigger roll, but it's going to
Well-
tell me how much exhaustion you're going to get.
Yep.
The place is already struck, so we can probably rest on the outskirts of this town. Central downtown is flattened. The outskirts are probably
Okay.
vacant.
Without spending a penny, you have got a level of exhaustion,
Is that fatigue or wounds?
fatigue.
So I put it up 1, and what's
Yep.
the 2 on the other side mean?
That's how many you can take before you become incapacitated.
Okay, rightio. I'll keep the 1 and I'll save the bennies for when I really, really need it.
Yeah.
I've changed mine to a 1.
You are very tired.
Why don't
We
you
have to
kick back
sleep
and let I've been sleeping all this time.
You're back in the other place though, Jerry. In the
Yeah,
other
but I
town.
could jump on that bike and go down and do it. You need to get. I'll go with Michael. Michael got some sleep and I got some sleep. Come on back and we'll go in and get the.
Greg was sleeping, but then all this commotion happened, and we woke up for that. And I don't know if Greg went back to sleep, but it was a very short trip to get to
Yeah, I need more sleep.
yeah.
I rolled
I
a
haven't
4.
got much sleep with all this excitement.
Yeah.
Pandora's Box, the French Arm Tour.
Yeah, and the last was the blast.
And the last was a blast. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
They weren't planning on that tour. That
No.
part of the,
Right.
the war.
At the
thing
moment,
is-
time is our enemy. We just need to strike now.
I don't think we have to strike right now, but it has to be within the next day. I think would be advisable. And if we take too long, well, it's just shortening how much time we have. I think we could actually possibly drive the bus in if we go back and just leave the others there at the village and just use the bus as one vehicle and hope we can find another, because at least we've got one vehicle we can chuck a whole bunch of crap into, because there's nothing wrong with the bus.
That's a true good idea. And you could throw the motorcycles in the bus too if you need to.
I was down the motorbike, but push comes to shove, we can just chuck it in there. I'd hope to find some more off-road vehicles if we can, because this is an ideal.
Yes.
But it's still something that we can put food, water, survival gear, ammunition, weapons, and a whole lot of stuff in. It's huge.
Which makes it a big target, but okay, we'll go with it.
Guns. Let's get in
Well,
a bus and ride.
You're going to have to take some risks.
I say breathing on this planet right now is a risk.
Wow.
Yeah.
You worry about that. I've got other things to worry about.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you're going to go back and pick up the bus?
Well, yeah, I will. I'll go back and tell everybody there, I'll tell them what Yuko is doing.
I'll stand and
please
watch
keep an
and
eye.
just notice as much as I can, see if anything changes.
Okay, is anyone PC's going to go with Michael back to do the requisitioning of supplies?
I'm going. I want to go get some supplies. I'll be on the bus. Hell yeah! I got the gun.
Cool.
Can I get some first-hand photos and video of this?
Come on, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity here.
Yeah, this
Well,
is you're a reporter. You're documenting the war, the first interstellar war on humanity. I want this story. Holy
No.
shit!
Stealth.
I'm just checking vigor though. I was tired before. I don't want to pass out like after walking like an hour or two. Do I have to roll again or did I get enough rest?
No, you've probably had rest.
Okay. Okay. So if I rest and I'm not gonna pass out somewhere, then yeah, I'll go. I have old school equipment. I can record while I'm walking around.
Wrong thing. Ages. That's what I want. Oh, excellent. Okay, I'm gonna position myself somewhere using my stealth and my survival and my woodsman. I'm just gonna position myself somewhere.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello. I can hear you, Pierre.
Oh,
I can
okay.
hear you.
Yep.
Back.
So this is my hide roll to just place myself somewhere safe while I'm still watching. Hopefully. Barely.
Okay, and you can make me a vigor roll, please.
Certainly can. I've got my Benny ready. Okay, first Benny gone. To re-roll, so I just drag it out, don't I?
Bendy
Yep.
Benny.
Yep, done. There you go.
Yep.
And I'll re-roll.
Oh,
That'll be okay.
great
you go.
idea, Greg. That's some nice bus camo right there.
It's you are barely keeping your eyes open.
That's okay. As long as they're
Very
open.
good, man.
It's
Go
okay
back
to
and
fish
take a
motorbike.
nap in the bus. Let us handle this.
I'm waiting for you to get back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going by myself.
You eventually get back there with the bus. Everyone else is sort of like billeted in the small village. Any PCs? All the PCs coming on this trip?
I'm going. I'm on the magic
Cool.
bus.
Well,
Right.
I think we can get some of the NPCs to keep an eye on any of the injuries.
You've got no injured with you now.
No
they were all
Okay, but
they were all
We got rid of
left
everybody.
at the
It's just
hospital,
us now in the band.
including poor old Leon Lee, the makeup and hairstylist guy.
did we get to the band?
Oh, did he not stick with us?
No, he had a badly injured arm.
Oh, okay.
No.
Shit,
We
who's
just
going to do the
have the band.
makeup now?
I know.
We got to protect the band, man. They're
You've lost your flamboyant makeup guy.
Seriously.
Sad.
Serious image
Those
issues.
aliens are going to pay.
Yeah. I'll
They're
chuck
gonna
my motorcycle in the back of the bus. I'm getting on the bus and I'm going to sleep while they do their bits and pieces. And if I need to, I'll wake up and be all groggy.
Wake up. We need help. We need to roam around and find maybe a second-hand vehicle place or car yard of some kind, so we can get
Well,
some.
when you come into Stavianks, there's lots of people just wandering around in shock, really, and there's people trying to pull people out of rubble, and it's a disaster area.
Yeah. Well, we can't afford to get bogged down on that. We need to keep.
we
doing
gotta.
what we're gonna do.
Yep. We gotta look right past them and on our.
Right.
Okay, the people on the bus who are awake, make your notice rolls.
Okay.
Get on the magic bus.
Wheels on the bus go
Yeah.
round and round.
Ah, I got a
round
7.
and
I
round.
could, yeah, I got exploding
Am
die.
I supposed to roll 2?
I got an 8 with unexploding die.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
good.
hell no. Greg is going to sleep.
Brian,
Okay. Yep.
just tell me when it's a non-visual notice roll, because I'm making those visuals.
Yeah, this is definitely visual.
Yeah.
Your
I get bonuses to notice rolls with
Yeah.
my eyeballs.
Yeah. You do notice a little bit of fuzziness, it comes and goes.
Must be the atmospherics.
Oh,
Yay.
that's nice.
You know, and you get like little pumps of energy unexpectedly.
Yeah, there's
That
quite a
type
bit of
of thing.
wiring inside.
Yes. Okay. You find a vehicle place with that hasn't got demolished. It's sort of more on the outskirts of town, selling industrial type vehicles. Let me see.
Utilities and that sort of stuff is what we're after, with 4-wheel drives or that sort of stuff would be really good.
Yeah.
Off-road vehicles.
Something off the ground.
Oh, that looks pretty
that's
cool.
nice.
A big F-150 crew cab.
No, those things are pretty good. Are there a few of those there, are there?
Yeah, there's a dealer.
Oh,
There's
shit, nice.
There's a dealership.
Let's get a convoy of those things and start looting.
Get a couple. Yeah. Let's unload it. We get a couple big trucks and leave this van and fill the backs full of gear.
Yeah, because we can abandon the bus and grab those things. It's not as comfortable, but it's exactly what we want. Off-road vehicles that have got cargo space.
Okay. Well, you see this as you're driving along, and it's like doesn't seem to be like anything much happening there. It's like a car yard, really.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to go in there and where's the office? Because the keys will be in the office. So
I'm right with you.
Okay. Well, obviously the doors are shut.
Can the guy with
Greg.
tech skill open them? Greg, yeah, because I don't want him to shoot anything. Speaking
So you
of
want
which,
Greg to Jimmy the door open, and Jimmy can Greg the door open, and okay.
Yeah.
Fine. And unless it's an electronic door. Is it electronics or mechanical?
It's electronic.
Well,
Lock.
this door is locked. Let me repair it.
Nice.
nicely put. Needs to be repaired. It's stopped.
I honestly thought he was going to go, here, I'll use my special skill. Step back, fire in the hole.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Well, there's so many different approaches, but we don't have
Yes.
much time to decide that. So let's
Okay.
just do it.
Okay. You went with the simple way. Yeah, you open it up, and you go in, and there's no power, obviously, so it was an electronic lock, but it was non-functioning, if you will. So you actually had to jimmy it in the end.
Right.
All
We
right.
look around for keys.
Okay. Well, if you have a search around, you find a like a lock. There'll be like some type of lockbox thing. I don't know if they'd have keys, probably more some sort of electronic, some sort of electronic ignition tag or something.
Probably something you just stick in there and it completes the
Or
circuit.
like something you have in your pocket as an electronic remote
Yeah.
start.
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But
a
cards and electronic things might have been blanked by the electromagnetic pulse. You got to watch out. That's where high tech will trip us up. Maybe the
But,
key
yeah.
won't work anymore.
Well, that's true, but we're not going to find out until we find
Okay.
out. So we'll just-
No, you won't.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just get you to make me another notice roll, and that will determine how good you things are.
Oh,
crap, that wasn't ideal. I got
come
a
on,
5.
you want a bulldog.
Your wild eye got 7 though.
Yeah, you got a 7.
7?
Oh, hang on, I gotta
Either
roll.
or, right?
You got to go with the higher roll of those two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh,
You got a
okay.
wild eye.
7.
7.
Okay. Okay, you do find something, and the rest of you, when you're looking around, you find one other thing out the back, sort of in the service area.
And what's that?
This.
Oh, awesome! We need to find the keys for that too.
That's exactly what we need right there.
Ooh,
Hell
nice.
yeah. I mean, a mount a
Looks heavy.
freaking turret on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid,
You can
solid
fit everybody
Slavic
in that bad
construction.
boy. Both of them. The wheeled
Solid
ATV
Slavic
and the...
construction,
Yeah.
deliberately ugly. It's wonderful.
And built like a brick shit house.
Yeah. We want both.
Yeah. Or there might have been multiples of the former, Brian? Because it's a
There-
yard.
There's like maybe half a dozen of these. There's this range truck out, this big wheeled ATV out the back in the service area. Looks like it's been worked on. There's and so it's obviously not new, but all these range trucks out the front. There's some new. There's some sort of look like second-hand used vehicles, and you find keys for the range trucks, for any number of them.
Okay. The keys for that ATV are probably in the service area, I would imagine, or might be in the vehicle itself. Who's the Greg? Are you able to go and check the ATV out and make sure it's actually functioning, and not just like mid-fix? i.e. it's no good to us because it's
You're the man,
being worked
Greg.
on.
You're the man.
Oh, okay. So another repair room?
That will give you a determination of what's wrong with it.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we can go and check out how many of these keys go into new versions of that Bulldog.
Nice. Well, if nothing else, we could also take the Bulldog if you gotta work on this. We could venture in and find the gun store. And,
Yeah, well, we can. I think we should each take a Bulldog, because that means that we've got multiple vehicles, and if one gets damaged, we can always use it for parts.
Not a bad idea. There's 3 of us here, right? Well, yeah. Oh no, we got the whole bus here. Everybody's here.
Greg might want to grab whatever tools he might need out of this place as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We got
Greg. I'll tell you what. They basically were working on the air conditioning on it.
The air conditioning. Priorities. Oh, did they fix it?
Well,
put some Freon in there.
It's in pieces.
Yeah, no need anymore. There's a whole shitload of breezes from every which way.
Well, we can always chuck that in the back, and you can grab some tools and work on it later.
Yeah.
Because
grab a couple cans of Freon too. You could fix that later once we get to our new hidden resort.
Just get to it. Just take whatever you want, because no one's going to need it soon.
Fire
I give you full permission to steal at will, if it matters.
Well, it's the World War. It's the beginning of an interstellar war. I would imagine, Gia, you filming the city and taking notes.
Man, you're going to have an awesome story to report on.
Yeah, you're the top reporter on the storyline.
She doesn't want to lose all of the energy from her video camera because she's afraid that she may not be able to plug in and charge it later. And she doesn't want to waste the battery, so she's just going to use her camera and take pictures.
Yeah, we'll hunt down for some extra batteries and whatnot for that stuff while we're out and about. We
can also charge them off the vehicles too. Don't forget, it's a little USB plug.
And if you get the right, you can probably get a solid charging unit anyway.
Yeah, we're going to get everything we need, hopefully.
Okay, that's good then.
Okay, well, if you have this is actually quite a good find. This place, if you have a look around, you'll find a fuel cracking machine like they've got, which you could, with a couple of you could dismantle it and stick it in the back of that ATV, or in the back of the back of one of the trucks.
How many
I want
drivers
to look
have we got
too
here?
and see if there's any offices or anything like a place where there might be a gun, or like a manager's office type of thing. Can I make another notice roll or what?
Yeah.
Brian,
Yeah.
can I get up onto the roof of this building so I can have a look around
Dale.
the neighbourhood for other businesses that might be of interest?
Okay, you do. You can
Okay.
get out on the roof. It's only a single-story building.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to try and see if I can find any hardware stores, a camping gear store, gun stores, that sort of stuff. Anything that might have anything useful to us. I'm going to have a look around and see if I can notice it, because like we could possibly wander off and each, well, and pairs probably might be better, and bulldogs, and start taking stuff while Greg is determining what he needs to do with his vehicle and borrowing everything he needs from here.
That sounds good. You don't. From up here, it's really, because it's actually not that high. It's really a bit hard to see.
Yeah, I was
But-
hoping it was a bit higher, but
Yeah. So you're really going to have to drive around and have a look.
okay. How many drivers do we have?
I could drive.
You've got 5 technically.
Okay,
Well, yeah,
so
'cause we can drive as long as you're not driving
You
crazy.
can use
don't
common
you?
knowledge to drive if you don't have the skill.
okay,
He
so
said.
first thing,
Yeah, I see
I
that.
want to check out all these bulldogs and find which are new, and so everyone's got a brand new bulldog to drive around. I don't mean us taking them all now, but when we bugger off eventually, we've got lots of spare parts for bulldogs by taking as many of them as we can,
Sure.
and then maybe we take 2 of them out, so we've got 2 people in one and 2 people in another.
Okay, what I'm going to do then? I want you to make me. What's your best? Do you have survival?
Yes, I do.
Okay. If you roll the best of either your survival or your notice roll.
Oh, my notice is better by far.
Yeah.
Okay,
For,
I'll roll that.
for everybody, and that will tell me how much.
Notice or survival, you said?
Notice or survival, yeah, whichever is best.
I have better survival than notice.
I don't
Oh,
know.
actually, they're the same. I didn't realize that they're. I rolled. Yeah, I got a success.
7.
All successes.
Okay, from the 4 people that are awake, you are going out in 2s, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we determine all the vehicles that we want to leave with finally, and have the keys in them ready to go.
Yeah.
So we're all ready to go, and we can maybe come back and dump stuff in those and go out again, depending on what time we've got. But they're all ready to go first, because I don't want to have to stuff around once we get back if we have to take off ASAP.
Okay.
And then we go out in pairs and go looting,
Okay.
borrowing, should I say?
Well, you're going to have to wake somebody up to, because you can't go out in pairs and leave someone asleep in the bus. So you better wait.
Also, got to leave somebody back with the band. We got to move. I would say we got to move the
I want to leave
band
Greg
and
back
everybody
here.
into the ATV.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, we can abandon the bus. We don't need it anymore. The
Exactly.
ATV is far more important. And
Yes.
if we want it, it's here. If we want to come back and get it, but the buses are forget about it. We can. I think we should wake up Yuko and leave Greg to fiddle around with the ATV as much as he can and rob this place or whatever he wants while we're out and about.
Right. That's what we'll do, and that is also where we're going to call it a halt.
Okay, so does that mean I'm still fatigued?
Uh,
Because I would have got all of about half an hour sleep.
you're still a bit tired, but they need you.
Yeah.
So I'm still fatigued.
Yes.
Wakey,
Right.
wakey.
That didn't seem like long at all, guys.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't.
But they found lots of cool vehicles.
My butt off.
Greg is going to get as much gear from here as he can for as far as tools, fuel cracking stuff, and what have you. Maybe drive the vehicles around the back so they're ready to go.
Sorry if I was being pushy, but I was just trying to get things organised as quick as possible.
So if I wake up and find out where we are, I'm also going to see if we've got anything like electrical fences, temporary electrical fences, just when we do put down a camp, we can have some sort of defence?
That's
If it's-
more a
if it-
hardware thing.
Well,
Yeah,
no, in
it's
New
more
Zealand you
hard
can get
use.
places that do that, because I know of a
farm supply,
Yeah.
farm supply type place,
Yeah.
which would almost certainly be one here. But
Cool. I'll
Yeah,
bring it up at the
know
start.
that, and maybe what you could do is give me your wish list.
Yep.
And just post it in the chat,
Will do.
and I will see what
Yeah, we can
What
post
you
it in the
find.
Facebook chat.
no in the
Discord, or okay.
just
We
in the
don't have to
Discord
do-
chat.
We can do that later, or do you want it right now?
No, you can do it later.
In between games.
Yeah.
Put your
Have a think
wish
about what
list
you
down.
want.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Okay, so it's like homework.
No.
Think of a wish list for.
what was that, Jen?
Wish list of the things that you want to find in the city, or is it
Yeah. While we're out looting and borrowing.
We're thinking
Stop
about
saying
long-term resistance supplies and things like that.
camera batteries. Wide angle
So
lens.
Red Dawn here.
Lens wipers.
You run away.
No,
Cool. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Brian. Awesome.
Yeah.
it was a fun
Yes,
session.
thank you very much.
Ryan, that was awesome. It was really cool.
Well, hopefully setting the setting, because a lot of you know the setting, but I just want to do something different. No one ever plays in this part of Aurora.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
You know what? I know the setting, but I don't know the history. And I know it's the caper if you're playing it based on the setting, but as a player or as a character, we don't know that, and we can play that. So
Yes.
it's awesome.
Yeah,
And the
because
idea of the whole concept of an interstellar war on an alien, on a new planet that's populated, it's pretty cool.
yeah, that is so funny. Yes. Well, yes, because in this game, nobody's actually seen one yet.
Well, I don't even know the what people are talking about as far as who it is and whatnot. I'm happy to stay as ignorant of that as possible and find out during the playing sessions.
So are we playing in 2 weeks or 1 week, or what are we doing?
I don't know. What does everyone want to do?
I know I'm available next week for sure. I don't know what the week. I'm only working 3